That's not no, that's fine. That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Mark. Get over here. They don't want it. Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a loader. Was with that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay, they were in Tobin. All to the show, man. Still to the song for the show, man. Till then, they have on open. Sometimes those things
I mean,
don't prove I'm alive at a boat. Don't prove I'm always one of them. And the best thing I'm going to do. What is this time? What is this thing?
I just wish you guys would stop quibbling.
I think I'm gonna make it as work. It's tough, like down, a lot of fatigue, upper golf, It's like was out there up Tkachucking all night.
I woke up like that.
You feel the symptoms of JP? I think it was funny. And then I took this test, and it turns out I came up positive for a little bit of Stanley Cup candy. Oh my God, dude!
I mean, how quick did you go for it? Well, looks like we have another overtime.
It's amazing.
But wait, I'm like, you got 15 seconds left to go in the third period. Why are you tripping? Right? I'm just oblivious to the rules of hockey. Even I knew that was tripping.
the fuck?
Oh, I'm tripping.
So good. Yeah, and Matthew Tkachuk. My God.
Yeah, I didn't go on Marcos's.
Right now, we are here in your room.
That's
We're
cool.
here in this room right now.
That's cool. Do I jump off and jump onto Marcos's, or do I just stay with this in the middle of it?
Go for it. Good morning.
I always forget.
This kid has been a rock star.
How you doing?
So it was spaced out.
So you think that people blew their rats on early rat time?
Yes. When we specifically said no rats during the game. Just rats after the game.
Look, rats are plenty because they're going to the mother bleeping Stanley Cup final. Unbelievable. Swept their ass too. By the way, I brought my broom.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
We've been infiltrated.
What happened?
QGR3.
I don't care about this. Listen, we'll get to basketball in a little bit. Right now, it's about cat fever. And if you think I care about any Sully and Murph who learned how to use technology.
Hey,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah. What's up?
The only people that use brooms like that are witches.
What are you talking about? This is a classic broom.
Nobody uses those brooms.
No, this is
No one
this
uses
is
those
this is an A+ broom.
If I wanted to know where to buy that,
Mhm.
you could probably go get it on a farm where it's homemade.
No, dude, this is your classic broom for
You
sweeping
can't buy
hurricanes.
that anywhere.
Well, I did.
Where?
I think I got it at Home Depot. Maybe an Ace, the hardware place.
You mean the ace that
What?
no longer exists?
Ace
Actually,
exists.
Ace exists.
Yeah, I love Ace. Gives you that homey hardware store feel
Ace is the place.
with the helpful hardware folks.
There you go.
Everybody knows.
Well, because they certainly don't have helpful hardware folks.
You don't
The
like
other
my
two
broom? Are
places.
you taking exception to my broom?
No.
What do you think
Do
is a
you?
good broom?
Huh?
What would you say is a good broom? What do you like, a push broom?
No. Just not made of that. They don't make brooms out of that.
Oh,
anymore.
dude, a straw broom. That's like the A. This is how you sweep a barn. This is like an A+ broom.
Barn.
Yeah.
Well, we don't live in
You
a
see where
barn.
we are?
I used
No,
to.
that's the prototypical sweep broom right
Yeah.
there. Whenever I've grown up and for
You
my
know
whole
what?
life, that's the type of broom you break out for a sweep.
Yeah, when we were kids, Day.
What did
They
you
don't
want?
make those anymore.
What do you want? One of those lame like Publix ones with the green brush?
Yes.
Yes, that's what everybody uses
That's-
now.
You got to
I
eat the
also-
classics.
I like
Right
a
now,
good
right
Swiffer.
now, you are basically holding Day.
So beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Panthers sweat their ass.
Dude.
Did you like how the coach of them was like, it's not really a sweep? He tried to go with not a true sweep.
Who said that?
The
Was it
Carolina
all the overtime
Hurricanes coach,
games?
No
the
way.
dude with the broken nose.
I don't know. Hey, it's not.
He goes, well, every game came down the wire. It could have been 4-0 us. I'm like, yeah, but it wasn't, was it, dude?
Right, which was also terrifying because that series was a lot closer than.
Yeah, they kept trying to make that point. But
But you
here's
still lost.
yeah, but
Who
here's the thing.
cares?
But Matthew Tkachuk, he won the game 3 times.
But no. Here's the point. You can save face by leaving there to keep your job and say that all the games were close.
Uh-huh.
Okay. But guess what?
He's not gonna lose his job.
No, I'm just saying.
But I get like it's just a silly
Right.
thing to say.
right.
It's like Missoula saying I won the quarters. It's like really?
Was
It
just
was
about to say,
not a
wasn't
true
counting.
sweep. Well, it wasn't really. Nah, 4-0's 4-0.
Pretty much.
4-0 is 4-0.
Yep.
The only time you could say that is if you wanted to argue a gentleman's sweep. But like, yeah, you got swept, dude. Swept. Because Matthew Tkachuk, when the chips were down, always came down with the goal.
Will tonight, if the Heat win tonight, will it be the first time ever that the hockey conference finals and the basketball conference finals, there was only one loss?
I don't know.
I mean, just say 3 sweeps and a gentleman's sweep.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You asked some random trivia questions to me. Like I'm ESPN stats and info.
You're not, like
I'm curious, but I don't have the answer to that.
I like the history of sports, so I like knowing if it never happened and go, oh yeah, I remember seeing that, or I was there.
I'm
right?
pretty sure I'm going to remember this in sports no matter what.
Yeah, I remember it, of course.
Dan Day, can I get the call last night? Get some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford. By the way, I would never make fun of your trucks like you should never make fun of my broom.
No truck.
Just so beautiful.
It's a truck.
Beautiful.
If we did a broom spot, then I wouldn't make fun of your broom.
Just like it's never been used.
But I promise you, we're not doing reeds for straw brooms because they don't make them anymore.
You're wrong because I bought this recently.
On
Is
the
it
side
a
of the
prop?
road?
Is it just for a prop? or
No,
do you
no, it
actually
works.
use
Is
it at
it
home?
like it's a road broom?
It's a
Is
prop.
it-
This is
is
a
it-
proper porch broom.
Is a
And you actually use it.
who has a porch?
I got a porch.
People have porches.
Yeah, a little porch, little patio area.
No, that's patio.
No, like a front.
No, I'm talking about like the porch with the the screened in like the old South. You don't have one of those, dude.
No, but I have a front porch.
And you go out and sit on it.
No, I sweep it.
People do that.
Get some leaves, a little dust. Get out there like it's the Hurricanes. Let's hear Doug Plagan's call last night. Matthew Tkachuk putting the Cats up for
Why
good.
do you have to go too far?
Tkachuk out at the right point covering. 15 seconds in regulation. Tkachuk, Reinhart near circle. Reinhart in the circle. Shot, and it's fought off by Anderson. Barkov right circle. Down to the goal line. Tkachuk in front of shot. He scores! He scores! He scores! Matthew Tkachuk, a power play goal! It's 4-3 Panthers with 4.3 seconds to go in regulation time. The Panthers take a 4-3 lead in the waning seconds.
Man, that's Goosies right there, dude.
That's crazy.
Doug Plagan's at the
It
call
was
last
almost
night.
as crazy as when they scored the goal between old boy's legs.
Hmm?
When they tied the game.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. That was I thought we were going to overtime. I'm like, ooh, power play. Let me check. You want to keep out. So If it goes into overtime, do they get the continuation of the power play?
I don't know, dude. You asked me that same rule earlier. I don't recall. I'm not Barry Melrose. Do you have any other random questions you want to throw in my lap today?
Sports questions, dude.
Yeah, no. Your sports questions though require research, which I don't do.
If you know the rules, I'm assuming you know the rules.
But we already had this discussion like 2 weeks ago.
Did we?
Yeah.
And you didn't know it then?
Nope.
You didn't do the research?
Didn't want to.
You didn't do the research.
I wasn't my question. I didn't care.
Can anybody please tell me?
Let's hear the final call
Dave
last
South.
night as the Panthers.
Wait, no. Dave South calls you Belly Melrose.
Not his best work. Let's get to the final call last night.
Silence of the ham.
For the face-off from center, they'll put the clock to 4.9. The puck is down. The puck rolls over the Panthers line down to our right. The final seconds tick away. This one's over. The Florida Panthers are going to the Stanley Cup Final. The Panthers are Eastern Conference champions. They sweep the series in 4, a 4-3 win. Late game heroics from Matthew Tkachuk, and the Panthers are going to the Stanley Cup Final for the first time since 1996. The Panthers are Eastern Conference champions. Take it all in, folks. The run continues, and the Panthers knock off another one of the National Hockey League's heavyweights, the Carolina Hurricanes. A 4-3 win. Man, that's awesome.
It does not carry over.
By the way, I want to make a mention. I didn't think so. I think we already answered that. I just want to say one guy I'm very happy for is a guy who everybody made fun of down here, reprimanded, wanted out of town, specifically Leroy, called him 4-goal Bob. Going to his first Stanley Cup final, emotional yesterday, as emotional as Bob can get. Got the Goosies, walk-off interview, incredible run, brick wall Bob.
You know,
Happy for him.
Can I ask you a question?
Mhm.
How can you change your opinion of a player? But I base my opinion on facts. And then when those facts change, I change my opinion on the player. And I have readily admitted that.
Because I know.
But I can't, but wait. But I can't do that. Only you could do it. When I was calling him 4-goal Bob, he was giving up 4 goals a game.
In 1 year.
Okay. It doesn't matter when. That's what I was calling. Wait. Who made money that year doing overs? Because Bob was in goal.
Very greedy.
Right. So what? And then it wasn't that way
Guess
anymore.
what, dude? My heart has an over right now.
Huh?
My heart hit the over last night.
Why, in that pool of blood you jumped into?
You love that.
I'm like,
How cold was that water?
It wasn't cold at all.
no, it wasn't cold. It's been hot as
baking
hell
out.
lately.
What?
Yeah, the pool was like a
Yeah.
bath, to be honest with you.
No, but the funniest thing is that I bet you everybody's looking at that and going, oh, Tobes, get ready to do the thing. And I'm like, look at this jackass. Got his pool lights red.
Mhm. What would you do if the Panthers won?
I don't know.
You wouldn't change them red?
I don't know.
You got to celebrate. See red, dude. Time to hunt.
I'm like, so I saw it and I was like, he was talking, right? But I wasn't really like hearing what he was saying.
Who? Tobin?
Tobin,
You
right?
said Leroy.
No, because I couldn't like hear it loud. I knew what he was saying, but it wasn't loud. And then I was just looking behind him. I'm like, he's gonna jump in that pool.
Right.
He's gonna jump. I know this man. He's gonna jump in that pool. And now this was at 11 o'clock at night.
Yep.
May I ask a question?
Sure.
Where the hell was the rest of your family?
Sleeping. Screamed right outside my daughter's window.
That's the incredible thing. It's like, I bet your kids got up and said, our dad's an idiot.
All they hear is up
Yes. And water's like, dude,
everywhere.
can I just tell you, you dispersed a lot of water. And your wife didn't get up?
No.
Nobody got up?
No.
They had no idea.
I think
feel like they're
they-
used to him.
They've developed the ability to sleep through shenanigans.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. I mean, I'm like, it's coming. And then right after that, bzz, 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 bzz. I'm just all sports now.
What is that?
We used to only do it for basketball. Now we do it for all sports.
It's the rallying cry. Everybody wants me to say Leroy.
Okay.
And then everybody wants to tweet it to you. So why
Yes,
why are
yes.
you fighting it?
I'm not fighting it. Look, my tweet explains the difficulties I have with you, right? I'm like, you're a grown-ass man, stop it. But bring it though. Like, that's how confused I am. I'm confused at your antics.
Why are you confused by my antics?
Because
Because you don't want to fully embrace it?
No, here's why. Because if I embrace it, you're gonna turn it up a notch.
No, I don't think so.
Yo,
I think if anything, it's the other way. The more you fight it, the more I want to push.
no, dude, I'm telling you, anytime I have celebrated something ridiculous you've done, you've turned it up. And I was like, you know what? This is the perfect level.
Name
Right?
one example.
Let me think. Well, I mean, we did go from chopping watermelons with a wooden stick to playing Fruit Ninja.
That wasn't my fault. That was Golan.
Right. What about when we went to the Marlins game,
Mm-hmm.
the time you and Robbie jumped in the pool, and the DJ,
That wasn't me. That was Macho Marlins, man.
and the DJ who was supposed to stop the shenanigans.
He encouraged it. He made sure security
Right.
didn't stop me.
Right. He was running so yeah, it goes
If it was me, which it wasn't, it was Macho Marlins,
Right.
man.
if
You missed it.
when we were in Vegas and
You're
I
just
said, "Ooh, you got a churro." Then you went into your little churro dance.
But that's not really you.
Anytime I
Celebrating
have
it.
approved anything he's done, he can't just leave it at that as an approval. He has to turn it up.
wait, let me tell you something, dude. Wait till
He's
tonight.
keeping it interesting for you.
Wait till tonight. You wait till tonight.
I got you.
Take a break. David Dwork's going to join us later this hour.
Yes.
He's in the locker room. We'll talk to our guy, break down this Panthers game. We'll get to your calls. Cat fan want to celebrate? You can. 305-567-0560.
I guess we still starting the calls off the same way.
Or they can, or if they have cat fever. You know, I want to take care of people if they're a little sick today.
Right.
You know, could be sweeping
What's
South
the
Florida.
prescription?
Silly sauce, baby. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy. Floyd Mayweather Jr. has an exhibition match against John Gotti III on June 11th at FLA Live Arena. And we're giving away tickets for your chance to see it. Get some more details at WQAM.com/contest, but we will give a pair of tickets away before the end of today's show. David Dwork is going to join us in a little bit. We'll talk some Panthers with him. He was in the locker room yesterday, boots on the ground. And so we will get a thought from our favorite Panthers insider.
You can have him interview Bob.
He did. I'm sure he did interview Bob last night.
To you.
I'm sure.
Send him your question.
I will say though, did you see the quote yesterday? Because they touched the trophy. You know that the conference finals trophy. That's a very controversial thing in hocky. Whether you touch it or not, they didn't care. They held that thing like a baby all over the place. And Matthew Tkachuk had this to say, where he was like, "Why would we care about superstitions? None of you thought we would be here anyway. We're the lowest ranked team." Which lends to my point. I feel like I should be allowed to do whatever I want. If Tkachuk says it's okay, then why should I care?
Because Tkachuk is very familiar with jinxes.
No,
but he is not familiar with the mush.
Oh, dude, they're the same.
Right? No, they're not.
They're the same.
No,
dude.
they're not.
They're the same.
Hey, a mush. Okay, a jinx is a mush's superpower. But the mush is the superhero.
It doesn't matter. They're all on the family tree of superstitions, which he doesn't believe in, and nor does Bob. You should let me do what I want.
It is our own personal belief that the last time you interviewed Bob, he had a stinker. So we just not gonna go there.
I'll be the judge of that.
No, you can't.
The
mush can't be the judge of that.
I'll be the judge of that.
We put it out there last week, and here's what we came up with. If you wanted to interview him after game 3 on Tuesday,
we had Lomberg. Lomberg scored a goal yesterday. He was on the show.
Oh, yeah.
So what is this? You guys are you punishing me for no reason. I could bring us Sergei Bobrovsky.
How much time do they have off?
A lot of time, dude. They're off till next week.
Till Saturday. Next Saturday.
A lot of time.
Let me get a vaccine, and then we can interview him, and I'll hit him up with the vaccine.
Let's hear a little bit from Bob after the game. This is Sergei Bobrovsky in the locker room on the win.
Yeah, I don't think we need to change anything. I think we have a great atmosphere. We have a great group of guys, and everybody is excited, And I want to thank God for this opportunity in this spot.
Oh, Goosies, dude, so happy for him.
You heard what he said?
Yeah, he said we don't have to change anything.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that means
no interviews.
Yes.
That's not what that means.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. He means they don't have to change anything, like on the ice.
Spoken like the true mush.
No, on or off the ice. It's on or off.
Yeah.
Look, I don't like what's going on here. All right. I don't like that I was the only guy to support him. Randy Moeller's yelling at me. You're yelling at me.
I'm not the only one. See, you put it on me. What about?
Well, it's because you started it.
What did I start? Put 2 and 2 together?
Let's hear from Paul Maurice. This is him on the celebration, how he felt towards the end of the game.
It was such an unusual game. It was the opposite of the first, I'm going to say 4 because we played 4 games, right? So tight. The game was a bit loose and hectic a little bit at times, right? There was offense to be had that we hadn't seen before, and then there was tension on our end that we hadn't seen before. But at that number on the clock, we're pretty sure it's over. A lot of tension on the call, waiting for it to come in, and then pretty good release.
Oh, so good. Yeah, that review. Everybody nervous on that? I wasn't nervous.
Then I heard the guy in the booth said, "No, it's not enough." I'm like, that's what they always say right before they did.
Even though they've been taking goals away willy-nilly here.
Right.
That's been what they've been doing the whole playoffs. Here's one more from Paul before we break to talk to David Dwork. Here is more from Paul Maurice. What is this on Tkachuk? Tkachuk.
I don't know. No, I mean that. I don't know. I don't know any better than you do. When you're watching that happen, you're just a fan. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I'm a fan behind the bench. I can't figure that guy out. So he's on the stage now, and he's the overtime winners, all of that. But he used to do that to us in Winnipeg. Pain in the ass. We had some heavy guys in Winnipeg, and we'd have some phenomenal. Bennett was on that team, and then we'd go after it. And that would score the same way, 2 minutes left on the clock after agitating the entire bench. He is a gifted man.
No. Goosies, dude.
It just seems like he's always where he needs to be at that pivotal moment.
Yep.
It's the craziest thing. It's like, who has the puck with 5 seconds left? Tkachuk.
No!
Yes.
Chewing on that mouth guard.
Right. Like, hold on. What's the purpose of those mouth guards?
I think that's just a habit.
They look, nobody's mouth guard looks like it's supporting anything.
His mouth guard looks like a rubber band.
Right.
Looks like nothing.
Right.
What about the guy that got leveled last night that filmed his face?
Yeah.
Oh, I was
You know what they
working.
said on the broadcast? Oh, clean hit.
Leroy, though,
Clean hit.
as a good teammate, you don't let your guy get up like that and embarrass himself. You go and help pick him
Dude,
up.
We had a rule. Okay. If you get knocked out, don't get up. All you're gonna do is embarrass yourself in front of all these people. We've had guys, try to do the boxing thing. I'm all right.
Didn't go well.
End up taking a knee on the wrong sideline. Hey, you ain't all right.
We'll take a quick break. We'll go inside the Panthers locker room. David Dwork, he's going to join us, talk some cats with him coming up next. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Taking you up until 2 o'clock here. Celebratory day. Your Florida Panthers in the Stanley Cup final. They beat the Carolina Hurricanes yesterday. Matthew Tkachuk with the game winner. 4+ seconds left in the game. Let's go out to the Toyota of Hollywood guest line. Shop hundreds of Toyotas indoors in one of America's largest showrooms at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. We will talk to Local 10's David Dwork there, also the host of the Chirping the Cats podcast. The man has been following the Cats for a long, long time. First of all, I'll ask the same thing I asked Ryan Lomberg, David. Last night, Goosies or Goosies galore?
They haven't gone away yet.
Wow.
Like every hair on my body is still standing up. It's been ridiculous.
Why are you throwing it in our face? Why are you throwing it in my face? All my hairs.
Oh. There's more going on than up here, brother.
All right.
All over. Just it's what is last night, man? Is when that game winner hits, when the clock hits 0, what's going through your head? As a longtime follower of this team, a longtime supporter of this team.
Did you scream?
Like what was
you
it?
had to scream.
I was breaking all the press box rules. Yeah. I went in there last night. I'm thinking, all right, like as you said, I've grown up down here. I grew up with this team. I was a fan growing up. I played still play hockey, very much involved, very big part of my life. But I thought being a journalist for the last several seasons kind of had the fan kind of tapered down a bit on the inside. I thought it was going to be all good. Last night, I couldn't eat. I couldn't drink. I was just sitting there writing, watching, sweating. I could not control how I felt. And Leroy, yes, I broke every press box rule. I was standing up. I was yelling. I was hugging. It was total embarrassment.
That's awesome. Who'd you hug?
Yeah.
Who'd you hug? Roy?
Bellamy. Oh, yeah. He was turning over chairs. Oh, yeah. He was going nuts, too.
These guys,
Roy, we've been waiting for this for 30 years.
Back in the 790 days, you and Roy, man. Like, I was like, the first thing I did was like, it was cutting up highlights for Panthers games, but you guys love the Panthers, like, more than anything. I mean, Roy would come in with his classic custom Roy Bellamy jersey, number 11. So for you guys, I mean, it is special. Like, I love the Cats, and I love bringing my kids to the Panthers games, but I know who, like, the diehards are. So, I mean, I immediately thought of, like, you guys last night. That had to be just an unbelievably cool feeling. And, this is incredible, man. I mean, it was 20+ years of the making, not since 1996. And to think where they came from, I mean, this ride's been incredible. Like, what's going to be the moment that stands out to you, I think, the most from just getting here to a place that they haven't been to in, 27 years?
27 years. Ugh, it's hard to think of one moment. This playoff run it's what you expect from a team that goes on like a unpredictable Cinderella type run. There's all these moments and all these little things that happen that could go either way. There's tons of posts that Toronto Maple Leafs hit. There was the save Bob made on Brad Marchand in Game 5 that would have ended the entire thing right there. I mean, there's Matthew Tkachuk's overtime goal. Game 5 against Boston, Game 1 in this series, Game 2 in this series. That ridiculous 4 seconds left goal to clinch the entire conference last night.
Insane.
And I don't think we're done. Like, just the way this run is gone, like, there's no reason to think that, they're going to get to the final and then it's going to stop. Like, this team, there's something going on with this team in that locker room. Like, I think, who was it that we asked? It may have been Tkachuk. Just what was the feeling on the bench when you blow the lead in the end of the third period, 3 minutes left, suddenly you go from winning the game to tied. And he's like, we felt fine. It was actually a comforting moment for us because it was right in our comfort zone.
You know what's an odd thing, Dave? I felt the same way. I was like, I know that could be a crushing moment, but I'm like, but this team is like, they've been so okay since they've come back from Boston in those tight moments. I'm like, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they pulled something off. Like that's what they have been like. They're so great in the pressure situations. Like, what were your emotions from the time they gave up the goal until they got the lead? Like, were you broken? Like, how were you feeling in those moments?
I guess pretty much the same as I had been feeling the entire game. I mean, there was like a building feeling of excitement during that third period because they were ahead the entire time and you're kind of anticipating what may be about to happen. And then there's that, air gets let out of the building a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it was like a worried or a negative anything. It was just more like, please no overtime. That was the feeling. Yeah. That was the feeling. Please no overtime. So thank you, Matthew Tkachuk, for saving us all.
Isn't it crazy that with 5 seconds left to go in the game, how calm he was in the front of that net? Like it seemed like he had forever to just do whatever he wanted to. And he just has that like makeup, of being just a calm, a cool, a collected guy and an antagonist all at the same time.
Yeah. Well, that's what Paul Maurice says about Matthew Tkachuk. Like the way he is off the ice is the exact opposite of the way he is on the ice. On the ice, he's, all over the place. As he said, he's an agitator. He's starting things after the whistle, and obviously an amazingly skilled hockey player. But off the ice, he's very chill, very quiet. He'll talk to you like this. He's not the same. I don't want to say scary, but
Not the same
eccentric.
maniac.
Yeah, he's just he's got that. He puts on his Superman cape and he goes on the ice, and he goes off the ice, puts the glasses on, then he's Clark Kent again. But I mean, both of those goals, Leroy, that he scored last night, because the first goal too, like he takes the puck from in front of the net, does a little move off of a shot from the point. He picks up the puck, makes a move, puts it between the goalie's legs, and then the goal at the end. He didn't know how much time was on the clock. He didn't know who was riding his back. He's just, I'm just gonna take the puck, put it in here, score the biggest goal of my life.
It was great. I'm like, the most amazing thing, nobody touched him. Like usually when somebody has the puck in those areas, they are mauling him. Right?
It was just one of those situations. Like there's no time left. It's a power play. It was chaos. And Tkachuk was like the calmest guy out there. And he's like, oh, okay, y'all freaking out around me. I'm just going to go ahead and win this game right quick.
It's insane. What is some of that stuff in the locker room last night, man? What was that like after the game?
It was great. Like it was as you would think, honestly, by the time we got in there, there weren't a lot of guys left, but we'd hear them hooping and hollering and celebrating. And no, it was kind of a similar vibe where like everybody was really happy and excited, but at the same time, like the job's not done. Like this isn't the pinnacle of it. Like they've got 4 more wins to get. So like, yes, it was an amazing atmosphere. And I mean, everybody was smiling, and a few guys were high-fiving and hugging with some of the media guys that have been around for a while. And it was very cool, like very unique, but it wasn't the pinnacle. I would expect if they do this one more time and we get one more celebration in the next round, that it would be, to the nth degree of what we saw last night, just because, there wasn't like beers getting thrown around the locker room or anything. Like they've still got some work to do.
What about, we talk obviously on the show a lot about Sergei Bobrovsky. I love the guy. To see what kind of run he's been on, what has been your reaction to see just how he's shut this thing down? I mean, the guy has been incredible basically since he's returned. What have you made of this dramatic postseason turnaround from him? What have I made of this?
What have any of us made of this? Bob went from 4 seasons basically of, frustrating overall, but some good moments. And now all of a sudden he's lights out, the best goalie in the league at the most important time. I don't know what to make of this. I am loving watching it. I'm a goalie, so I goalies are kind of my thing. And watching him be in this zone has been thrilling. And I asked him point blank, I'm like, are you in the zone? What does this feel like? And he's just so humble. He doesn't want to give himself any
one shift at a time.
Exactly.
Focused.
Exactly.
Focused.
Yeah, you guys know. You've been hearing Bob for years. It's so hard to get like him to say anything about himself, because he's just such a team guy. But like when we all kind of go away after the cameras are off and we're just kind of standing around for a minute, you have that little moment where you're like, Bob, congrats. And then he smiles and he pats you on the back, and you get that little moment where he's like, you can see that he's enjoying it. But when the cameras are on him,
I think the thing that I found for a guy who has had such a roller coaster Panthers career, he really does seem beloved by his teammates no matter what. And I don't know if it's, I know goalies are a little bit isolated. It's a little bit weird, but I mean, the hugs that he gets after he wins, the joy people get, the belief, Duclair was talking about this yesterday, that, he's the best goalie he's ever been around and things like that. So I don't know. I mean, for all the animosity and for all the calls for this guy being the worst contract, I genuinely love the fact that his teammates have really seemed to stick by him throughout all of it, especially the guys who have been here for a few years.
Yeah, it's kind of like a hockey thing that players generally rally around their goalies, but Bob is, that Bob is like known as the hardest working guy ever. Like he's the first guy in, the last guy out. He's got a really detailed, intricate work routine.
Very aware of him being the last guy out.
Yeah, yeah, I bet. Yeah. So
we
they
have a
all
lot of
love him
hours
for
for him
that.
to be the last guy out.
Yeah, well, that's the price you pay for Bob, right?
Yeah,
I would say it probably works hand in hand because, the defense in front of Bob wasn't good in recent years, and it was all on him to make the plays. And now they're kind of working hand in hand, which allows Bob to be as great as he's been. And so maybe it's just, finally we got everything working together. The guys in front of me, I can do what I do. I'm going to make 2 or 3 great saves, but I don't have to make 9 or 10 great saves.
Yeah, it's been kind of like one of those situations where all the pieces fall into place at the right time, Leroy,
Right.
because you've got Bob playing out of his mind, but then you've also got the team in front of him playing great, clearing out rebounds, blocking shots, keeping shots to the outside. Aaron Ekblad was talking yesterday about how they finally gotten to the point where they're playing as a 5-man unit in the defensive zone. They're backing each other up. They're positionally sound. And look, it's been great for Bob because Bob's biggest issue has been his rebound control, right? Getting those pucks that go around makes a save pop crease here and there. Those are all getting cleared out now. I'm trying to think back to the last rebound goal he gave up. It's been unbelievable. And I'm trying to quantify it and I'm trying to make sense of it in my head. And yeah, I don't know what to expect moving forward. I don't know what kind of Bob we're going to see next season. And honestly, right now, I don't care. And I don't think anybody else should. Bob is in the zone and just pray that it lasts for another 2 weeks. Yeah, ride it. You know how it is.
What do you, we're assuming Vegas is going to move on. They're up 3-0. Take a hell of a collapse from them. Are there things against this team in particular that you think, the Cats can expose? Do you like this matchup, or do you feel like the Cats just right now, it's all about them? They can handle anybody.
I think that's exactly what it is, Brendan. I mean, look who they've played already. They already took out the best team in the league historically ever. They took out Carolina, who is the second best team in the league, in a 4-game sweep. I really don't think it matters so much about the opponent. And no disrespect to Vegas or Dallas, but Vegas has a very good team. They're on their 3rd and 4th string goalies and haven't skipped a beat. They've suffered injuries just like the Panthers have. They play a hard physical game, but they are a skilled team as well. It's nothing that the Panthers haven't seen in the playoffs already. As long as they continue to do what they've been doing, it's hard to think that they're going to get stopped at this point. And just saying that, hearing those words come out of my mouth does not feel, it's like, ooh, am I saying this? Is it real? But yeah, I mean, the way they're playing right now, yeah, as long as they keep on this track, I think that they can take it all the way. I really do.
Did you sleep last night? Are you just did you just stay on your phone the whole time, just scrolling? Did you just think about the game all night last night? Because I know after a big win, I don't feel like sleeping. I can't get the wire down. Did you get any shut eye last night?
I did more this morning. But yeah, I mean, I was scrolling my phone until it died at the bar at 2:30 in the morning. We had, there's a group of us that cover all the games. So we all wanted to go out and have a drink together and just kind of decompress from everything that just happened. But yeah, running on fumes a little bit, but that's been the case since game 1. Game 1 went to 4 overtimes and I woke up at 5 a.m. to take my family to Disney 2 hours later. So it's been, it's been an amazing, tired, ridiculous ride. And I'm just, I'm here for it. However much longer it lasts.
Disney with kids is more exhausting than 4 overtimes.
Yeah. Well, sitting, watching stressful is one thing. And then just walking with 2 little ones around Disney for 2 days is a completely another thing. Then going home and doing it all over again with the hockey. But hey, man, I wouldn't give it up for anything. This is what we've been craving for 3 decades. So let's go.
All right, man. We always appreciate you giving us some time, and go watch David Dwork, read his work, listen to his work at David Dwork on Twitter. He does a fantastic job for Local 10, Chirping the Cats podcast. Been covering the Panthers for a long, long time, been a big Panthers fan for a long time. So happy for you, buddy, and thanks for always giving us some time.
No, my pleasure, man. Anytime. Y'all be good. Jen, I see that Panther shirt.
You like
Cat
it?
Fever!
Let's go.
Back after this.
It's time for our Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tonga Vailoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Chris Sims can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins quarterback. Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
Our Tua the program, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Let's get to some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trust.
I've been talking cats all this first hour, but we do have breaking news. The Heat, by the way, Game 5 tonight of the Eastern Conference Finals is right here on 560 WQAM. 8:30 is your tip-off. Preheat starts at 7, but we do have some news. Gabe Vincent out tonight with an ankle injury. He will not play. He was listed as questionable yesterday, and then about middle of last hour, Shams reported that he was listed as out. So not great. Not great to not have your starting point guard tonight. Going to need a big one from Low Dog. Going to need a big one from Low Dog. I'm sure he slips right in there.
It's a bounce back game for him too, because he had a stinker.
He was not good. Bam was not good. So I think both of those guys are going to be big in a couple areas, not only scoring, but I think facilitating, because I think the ball will be in Bam's hands a lot more too.
Who do you start Kevin Love? Because you need something on that second unit, and without Low Dog, you just have to.
I think Gabe Vincent. I mean, Caleb's really been the guy. Like he's been the scorer off the bench. So right. I think they'll probably. I mean, like they're barely playing Kevin Love at this point anyway. I think if you put him on the bench, I don't even know if Spo would look up. To be honest with you,
it's crazy because the reason why is because he just can't stay in front of any of those guys.
Yeah. I mean, I
think the first 5 minutes of the game are going to be important for this reason. Forget the scoring. Forget all the other stuff. If Bam can run Robert Williams out of the game, right?
Well, they haven't been starting him. They haven't been starting him.
They've been starting White.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me rephrase that. If he can get him into the game sooner because he's dominating all the short guys in front of him, right? That's going to be an indication of how this is going to go. I think sometimes with the decisions you make, if they all work, you don't have to take any countermeasures. And that's kind of what happened, that everything that Missoula did worked. So now we'll see how his adjustments are going to be off the adjustments that Spo makes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we are. I would dare him to shoot again. Dude, you've been shooting crappy all postseason.
Yeah, well, honestly, their formula has kind of been to get them to not shoot, though. Like they don't want them putting up as many attempts as they have. Like
right.
that's what he's been trying to aim towards. Because honestly, I think Spo thinks if they don't shoot threes, that they can't beat them.
Right.
And I mean, that was a pretty profound strategy the first few games.
30. When it was plus 30 and 3-point
for game 4.
Yeah,
they lit them up on game 4.
Right.
Yeah,
they made 18 of them.
Yeah, and I think they heated 8.
Right.
So, yeah, they lit him up. Gabe Vincent for the series so far, he's averaging 17.5 points. So he's been providing some nice scoring punch. He's been shooting, 58%, shooting 50% from 3-point land. So, yeah, it's a loss that hurts. Don't get me, you know what he does defensively as well. I think that's it definitely hurts not having Gabe Vincent. Gabe's been tremendous for him, and they're going to need a big step-up game from Kyle Lowry tonight. And they're going to need a lot more from Bam, a lot more. And they already ask a lot of him, but first they need him to bounce back. But from a playmaking standpoint, they need that from him as well, because the ball really just stuck in that last game. It was not moving around. So not having Gabe hurts. And then, Strus wasn't, lighting the world on fire the last game too. So I do think there was a lot of stuff that can get better. I'm still not shook. I think that the Heat are in a good spot. Everybody wants to sit here and make it crazy things like, if the Heat lose tonight, is it really bad news? Like, dude, no, it's bad news for the team that has one game that they lose and their season's over.
Right.
Like, I don't understand.
There's no pressure on the Heat. They got 3 tries.
I don't understand what this logic is from everybody. And I just think it's like the Nuggets are advanced. Nobody has anything to say about them. I think it's like, what is the only thing that we could talk about? Maybe the Celtics can pull off history. That's what they're dying for. It's Boston. The thing is, their team is so helter-skelter, and it's like you can't even trust them to give you that, on top of the fact that the Heat are one of the most consistent teams in the playoffs. So I have a lot of faith that they could still get this thing done tonight, even without Gabe.
It's pretty amazing that they in the media are expecting the Celtics to do something they haven't done all postseason. That just like, we got into it before the playoffs started. And I said to you, you expect me to have faith in the team.
I expect you to be me.
Right. You expect me to have faith in a team that hasn't shown me they could play a stretch of 2 good weeks of basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's changed. Now I'm going to say the same thing to Boston fans or whoever thinks the Celtics can come back. You're asking me to believe that a team who has been so inconsistent all postseason, I'm talking about Atlanta going to 6, Philly going to 7, and now you're 3-1 here. And you expect me to believe that as inconsistent as this team has been, all of a sudden they're going to go be consistent for 4 games?
The other thing is that's interesting about it, like, if you want to talk about pressure, that's weird about things. Like, in all honesty, it's almost better for Boston to be on the road because, like, that crowd, I feel like
they start booing quick. They booed them off the court.
They're going to turn on them very bad if anything goes poorly for them. So, like, they haven't been good at home. They haven't been good at home for the last 2 postseasons. Miami's won 4 of their last 5 in that building. Jimmy Butler loves playing in TD Garden. And you're telling me down half, we've already seen this team pack it in once. We've already seen it. Now you're doing it in front of your Sully and Murphs. You don't think it's going to get worse?
Yeah.
So, yeah, sucks losing Gabe Vincent. However, having Kyle Lowry replace him, not terrible. It's not a terrible way to go. I would imagine that, like, we have seen him in these playoffs spark some pretty great stuff. We know he's a pain in the ass to play. Certainly due for a better shooting night, I would say. And, I think that this is one of those things, Gabe, the last game that they played him in TD Garden wasn't fantastic. So
Right. Mm-hmm.
I think that they've been able to show that they can win games without Gabe Vincent being amazing. Him being amazing is great for the team, but, like, it's not like they always need an A+ Gabe Vincent game. So it's not a crippling blow for them.
Here's what I need to see tonight. I need Bam and Jimmy to have 20, 25 points, right? And I need one other guy. One other guy give me 20. If that happens.
Yeah, and that guy,
it could be one of
what you see from Caleb right now has been pretty damn. Caleb Martin has been pretty damn consistent.
It could be Caleb. It could be one of those games by Kyle where he just comes out and just starts lighting it up.
Could be Strus.
It could be Strus. So I just need one other guy.
Feels like a Strus night. Doesn't it feel like a Strus night? Sometimes you just look at the atmosphere and I just feel like, you know what it feels like? It feels like a Strus night.
To put a finger in the air.
Yeah, I was like, you know what that feels? Feels like a Max Strus night. Does it not feel like a Max Strus night, J-Fig?
I feel it.
Feels like a Max Strus night. I don't know.
So
I'm feeling Caleb Martin.
You feel like Caleb Martin?
Yeah, I do feel
Dude,
I
feel like
well,
but
yes.
Caleb, the thing is I like the activity in which Strus plays with, but Caleb has been on fire on both ends.
Yeah, he's been great. He's been great.
And we need him to slow down one of the 2 guys.
Mm-hmm.
Between him and Jimmy, y'all got to shut one of them 2 guys down. Either Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum.
Ryan saying feels like a Duncan night. Vanessa saying don't sleep on dunks. I hear you, but something in the air.
Do that.
Feels like a Strus night. Dude, it just feels like a Strus night.
We already threw our rats on the ice.
What do you mean?
Why are you
just tasting the air? Just
hey,
the atmosphere, and I'm like,
damn, we got a neutral rat over here.
Ooh, it feels like a Strus.
Yum.
I don't like it.
Pull up a neutral rat. It is about.
Is it different from a muskrat?
It's like a big beaver.
It's bigger than Scooby.
Yeah. Those neutral rats are huge.
Neutral rat. It is hideous.
Give us a weather update from the DeBesman and Dover law firm, Leroy. Your accidentattorneys.com. Right. Free consultations 24/7. Call them at 866-954-MORE.
Folks, I'm giving you a heads up right now. This is what the weather pattern is going to be until August or September. Okay? Early in the morning, you're going to get up to beautiful skies. In some cases, it might be relatively clear. Then as the day goes on, like right now, it's partly cloudy. It's going to get a little more cloudy. And then at about 3 to 4 o'clock, it's going to pour. It's going to do this every day until football season. Get used to it. Plan accordingly. If you got anything you want to do it in the morning. If you want to go to the beach, go early, because at about 3 or 4 o'clock, maybe a little bit later, it's going to rain. It's that time of year.
Yeah, but
currently,
you forgot. Yeah, but you didn't see that over there.
What's that?
Yeah, look over here. Right up. See right over there. See how the atmosphere's going right there.
We're gonna fall into something right now,
dude. Sit your ass down.
Just tell it. Do you see that?
Set your ass.
What are you pointing at?
Feels like a Strus night.
Okay.
Feels like a Strus night.
You're
Feels
pointing in the wrong direction.
Feels like a Strus night. Feels like a Strus night.
Anyway, the winds are light out of the east, probably 5-10 miles an hour, and it's currently about 83 degrees.
Silly Sauce says it looks like a Strus night. I think it does. I got a dilemma. Can I tell you about a dilemma I have?
No, because your dilemmas, you know what? Here's what you do. You present us with dilemmas. We give you the answer to your problems, and then you disregard them and do what you want to do anyway.
Well, that's why I like to have you. I like to have you as a sounding board for my dilemmas.
No, sounding board.
No,
You don't listen. You don't take my advice.
Leroy.
You should not even be considered talking about.
Come on, we're here for each other. Go
We're
ahead.
here for each
Go
other,
ahead.
right? All right, I'll tell you about my dilemma coming up next.
Okay.
All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560.
Live a little.
The Hyundai Air and Sea Show, plus the U.S. Military Salute Fest, is this weekend on Miami Beach. The greatest show above earth showcases the men, women, and technology and equipment from all 5 branches of the United States military. For tickets, visit usasalute.com. Panthers moving on to the Stanley Cup final. Did you see Mike McDaniel? This guy's living it up, dude.
He's living life.
It's off season.
He banged the drum yesterday. Do you have the video? Can you pull it up here, J Fig? This is Mike McDaniel.
Look at him sneezing.
There you go. Mike McDaniel yesterday.
Hey, here's the problem with him. And we've seen this in a lot of situations. He's having way too much fun. He's enjoying it more than
he is.
Right?
He's living it up.
He's living. It's off season, baby.
I guess so.
Because guess what? You see that smile? When football season starts and you go through your 5-game stretch, he's friendly, but he ain't like that.
He definitely was worn down in the losing streak. Way different.
Right.
He was worn down.
That's what it does to you. That's why you enjoy the off season. That's why you do other things. Because if you had to live that way for 12 months out of the year, you wouldn't be able to survive. That's what Jimmy said after the last game. Oh no, we're gonna go drink some beers, have some food.
He said beer and wine.
Beer and wine, which is like
A weird mix.
You know, no. Like, what is he hanging on the corner
I
drinking
was like,
juice?
was he going to an open bar wedding reception?
Right. So from that standpoint,
Well, he has had the beer sponsorship. Maybe he feels like he has to cover all the bases to make the Michelob people happy.
so I do appreciate guys being able to get away from it, especially coaches, man, because them guys, look, I'm gonna tell you, as much as I love football and would love to be around football, those hours are unbelievable. It's unbelievable how much time they spend working on football. So if it's the off season and he's getting out, going to basketball games or whatever, I'm not mad at him because I know what's going to be in front of him when camp starts and the season starts.
I do feel like Maurice and Spo now owe him though.
Why?
I just feel like they owe him. No, they'll do a coin toss or something.
Why?
Yeah, because he's out there, he's rallying the troops.
So you know who's gonna be the first guy. That'll be Paul Maurice, right?
Yeah.
Right? All right.
I don't know. I mean,
Not yet.
No, I just think that they got to do something. The two of them. You better show up. You owe them now.
Yeah, but see, the thing is that when Mike McDaniel goes to these games, they put him courtside or close to the ice or whatever. If those guys come to Dolphins games, they got to be up in the suite.
I think McDaniel was in the suite yesterday. I don't think he was on the ice.
Really?
Yeah. You're not as
Was he
visible.
in Brooks Koepka's?
Maybe. Koepka. Whoa.
Koepka living that life.
Koepka. You want to talk about letting loose Brooks Koepka. I mean, he is.
And you know what's amazing? If you had to think of what golfer would have the least amount of fun at a professional event, it would be Brooks Koepka, right? Like I don't see him as like that guy.
Oh well,
but
listen,
he is living.
He is what's the term he uses? He's hydrated. He's he's fueled up for the fun.
I mean, because he toting around a cup bigger than Lord Stanley's, drinking out of that.
So I have a dilemma.
Here, hold on.
We're listening.
There is no dilemma with the things that we've already discussed.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. Because we're not bringing that back.
Well, because you always get at me for getting too sensitive about stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, why does this bother you? Why do you let this get to you?
Mm-hmm.
And so I see this thing yesterday. Everybody's tagging me on it. Everybody's tagging me on this. They want old Tobe's thoughts on it. And I thought to myself, do I give this the time of day? Do I give this what it so craves, which is my petty energy, because I know that's what it wants. I know that's what it wants. And my natural instinct is, of course, always to lash out. That's just what I do. But I'm trying to grow as a person, trying to be better. And I see this yesterday, Leroy. And my first initial thought was I wanted to throw my phone out the window off the highway. So upset by it.
That sounds like self.
Right. So I didn't do that.
Okay.
But now I'm thinking to myself, do I give this the energy it deserves?
Spit it out. Damn.
Well, I don't even know if I want to even say what it is, but it's.
Do you want me to show visuals to?
Maybe I should. Yeah, do that. I'm going to close my eyes because I don't want to react. Okay. But I want you to look at this. Okay. What's going to pop up on the screen for JFig. All right. And you tell me whether this pisses you off and if I should give this the time of day, because I know what they're going for. Does it have
anything to do with percentages?
It's a list.
Go ahead.
All right, so close your eyes, Tobin.
All right, eyes are closed.
Ready?
Wait.
Give me
There's no
second. There you go.
What? Yeah. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take a deep breath up in this piece.
Okay. Let me know when I can open my eyes.
We will.
I don't care where you put Tua.
Yep.
But you better not bleeping put Mac Jones ahead of him.
Right, dude? But that's what he wants. He has to want that.
So wait.
This is why he resides in hell.
Here's what I hate about people that do this stuff. All right. And I despise this more than anything. Tua led the league in about 6 stats. Right?
Yeah.
6 quality stats at his position.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, all the powers that be overlook that and make him 21st quarterback.
He's up from 29 last year, though.
Shut up, Dan. You're not helping.
It is nice. Yeah.
You're not helping.
So great after.
What are you doing?
So great of Chris Sims.
To move him up 8 spots after leading he literally led the league.
But this is what he wants. This is what he wants.
Categories.
This is what I'm saying. This is my dilemma. I know this is what he wants. This is what he wants. This is what he wants.
Why'd you get me going then?
But that's why I'm saying that's what my dilemma was.
Because he is going.
That's what my dilemma was.
So
that's what my dilemma was.
Here's what I would say.
Let's just say this. Some things are just stupid, right? Like today, Mike Greenberg getting on Get Up and saying the Celtics are going to win this series. Pack your bags for. I'm like, that's just stupid. Mike Greenberg's being stupid. This is not like something.
He has numbers to support nothing that he said. So 0-150.
Right.
So if I had all the money in the world to bet, I'm not betting for the 1.
Yeah, people talk all that hard noise, and when they do that, I go, how about you put some money on it? And they're always, Jim.
So it's like one of these things where I'm like, I'm not even going to give Mike Greenberg saying that the time of day. Go to hell. But this, I'm like, look, I know we start off this hour telling Chris Sims to go to hell every day for reasons like this. When he started ranking him the 40th quarterback in the league, his first year, I was like, what's your deal, dude? Is it because he stood you up for an interview? I don't know. I'm genuinely trying to search for an answer because there's no football person who's not looking for a reaction.
That doesn't have 2 in the top 10.
Not even top 10. There's nobody on earth who could ever rank Mac Jones ahead of Tua. I don't care about.
Let me ask you this.
Nobody.
Mac
ready? Jones's mother wouldn't rank Mac Jones above Tua.
You ready for this one? If I gave Bill Belichick the choice,
what
would he want, Mac Jones or Tua? Right. Like it's lunacy. This is crazy. So this is why I hate.
It's like one of these things.
I try to stop you.
But this is like I don't even want to entertain this. But people want me to. People want me to.
It's too late.
But I'm trying to figure out. I'm like,
you sucked me in.
I'm trying to think to myself. I just want to know with Chris Sims. Are you just doing this to troll? What's your deal, dude? Because you can't. I genuinely think.
And here's what
you think of yourself, Chris, as a smart football guy. Debatable, but you think of yourself that way. I just want to know, dude. What's your deal?
Can I just tell you why Mike Greenberg and Chris Sims can do these things.
There's no repercussions.
Because right,
There's no repercussions.
right.
Not
Right,
like
you
me.
can say whatever you want.
I apologize to Paul Maurice.
We had to suck it out of you.
I did it though.
Right. All right.
I did it.
I apologize to Bob.
Imagine being
But I
as.
didn't have nothing to apologize for. When I was calling him 4-goal Bob, he was 4-goal Bob.
But the point is, like, okay, you had Tua move up 7 spots for being number 1 in QBR last year.
Yeah, how does he justify the ranking of Tua at 21?
Against Mac Jones,
Here.
behind Mac Jones.
Did Mac Jones lead the league in any category?
Yeah, he did. Bad body language.
Yeah, waistline.
No, just bad body. Like, what are you talking about? Like
Waistline.
you threw in the language.
I'm just one of these guys. I'm just like, look, I feel like Wetzel, I felt like deserved a response because Wetzel, what he did yesterday was irresponsible, and he guises himself as a journalist when he's just an O'Keefe with a Yahoo Sports account.
Yeah, he
Who
tricked
also
us there
continued
because
doing it today.
once we got to the bottom of that, we're like,
We see you, Wetzel's pretzels. He was doing it again today. Did J-Fay? What did he say? What did he say?
He tagged us again. He didn't get your message.
Stop tagging us, Wetzel. Hey, good Len, don't ever give this Wetzel an interview again.
So
He's banned.
Someone sent in numbers of attendance in playoff games,
Mm-hmm.
and he responded, "That's playoff attendance. Everyone sells out in the playoffs."
Oh, okay. Everybody sells out in the playoffs. Standing room only yesterday. Standing room only, but it's okay. Go ahead, Wetzel. Be fun with it. It's above capacity yesterday, but that's fine, dude. We don't deserve it. You know what? You deserve only Boston. This is the only cities that deserve good sports. Okay, let's just do the list. New York, Boston, Chicago, maybe Detroit, Philly, LA. That's the list. If you're anything else, you don't deserve it. Texas, no. Florida, no. Colorado, Hawaii. Do they even have sports? That's why we don't like Tua. I don't know what this character is that I'm doing. But either way, I'm just saying Wetzel deserved to be told to go to hell. With Chris Sims, I tell him to go to hell every day. And I'm just like, dude, what? Honestly, Chris, if you're just doing this for trolling, I guess good for you.
Basically, what you're saying is it's your fault that Tua is ranked so low. Because if you wouldn't keep telling Chris Sims to go to hell, maybe he'd be nicer.
I think it's because he got stood up for an interview.
Really?
That's what I think.
Wow, that's really petty.
Yeah, it is. But
unprofessional too. By the way.
Unprofessional, very unprofessional. But you legitimately can't have another reason. You can't. There's no other reason.
No.
You can't have. I'm not even talking about the fact that he's 20, whatever. Like I knew his ranking was going to be low. The fact that you got Mac Jones above him, dude.
And notice how that was where the list ended.
Yeah, like that's okay.
He's got Tua in the same horizons as Jared Stidham.
Yeah.
Like really?
He put him in the bleeper get off the pot category. Like, okay. Oh, he did bleep last year. He took a big bleep right on the AFC East. But don't tell that to Chris Sims. You're not going to get me, you bastard. Back after this.
Stanley Cup Final. funny. You crack me up. You crack me up.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you.
I got to tell you, whoever this is singing, I could have been a singer if this dude.
What do you mean? This is great.
No, it's not.
You don't like Devendra Banhart?
No. He is not a singer. You know who else? I know people going to be mad at me when I say this.
Careful.
But I'm going to tell you right now. Who's the old dude? You always on my mind guy.
Willie Nelson?
Can't
Careful.
sing a lick.
Oh, okay, dude. All right. You know what? You got too far.
There were times when I was younger, I used to smoke the
I don't like what you're doing right
sticky.
now. I don't like what you're doing right now.
You were always on my mind. Now, listen. You can be an excellent artist and not be able to sing. But I just point that out. I think, yeah, Willie Nelson was great. But he also came up at a time where they would just listen to the words and the music and not care whether you could sing them or not.
Speaking of music, a funny tweet from Alejandro Solana, who you'll hear on Preheat tonight, and of course on the Hockman and Crowder show. But he points out correctly. You remember how mad Jimmy Eat World got at the Panthers because they got rid of their song, the goal song, which I did like objectively. I did like that as a goal song. Yeah, we know the song.
Don't put that face when you're singing that.
So Jimmy Eat World tweeted out last year after they found out the Panthers were moving on. He says, if you're scoring the most goals of any team in the NHL and you don't win the cup, maybe the problem isn't your goal song. But hey, if it's not broke, feel free to fix it. And Solana points out, Jimmy Eat World got really upset at the Panthers, stopped playing Sweetness as their goal song, and tweeted this. Fast forward less than a year, and the Cats are the talk of the NHL and heading to the Stanley Cup final. Tough L for Jimmy Eat World. He's right. He's tough.
Being that the only reason why I knew of them was because of the goal song.
Yeah. It really revitalized them, I feel like. I mean, I don't know. Are people still going to Jimmy Eat
at
World
least
shows?
here.
People knew who they were, guys.
I know who they were, but I'm just
you know who they were. But
how about this one?
When's the last time anybody pumped up the middle?
How about this one? When you went to a Vegas game, they would always have Vegas residents. Who's that group?
The Killers?
No.
Imagine Dragons.
Imagine Dragons perform before the games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I like when they have Bruce Buffer intro.
Everybody's done that though. It's so old.
Yeah, but
we played a Monday night game.
People did Michael Buffer, but
Bruce Buffer.
Relax.
Michael Buffer.
Not gonna say it.
We did Monday Night Football against Green Bay and Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
They had Michael Buffer.
They've had some pretty good guys doing the drum here for the Cats. Having Mike McDaniel there for
It's easy to do the drum when you're in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Everybody want to do the drum.
Everybody wants to do the drum.
Yeah.
You think they'll get Jimmy to do the drum if they both go to the finals? Stanley Cup off day? Jimmy's got to do the drum, right?
That'll be fun.
That'd be awesome.
They got to be saving him for that, yeah.
Yeah, right? It's like they're saving to give
I
Bob
do it with my Duclair jersey.
You getting a Duclair jersey? You stopping by Pantherland today?
No, order it online.
Oh, we'll be here until you probably got enough time. You got enough time.
Wait, you're getting a Panther jersey online?
Well,
are you getting Panther jersey online?
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
No, I'm asking, are you getting it from a reputable source or are you like me going to China and having to wait like a couple of weeks?
Oh, yeah. Like the ones that are
you get authentic.
You're gonna get a Panthers jersey that's like it spells like Florida with like a PH up front.
Yeah, that's my style right there. It's cheap. It takes like 6 weeks to come through the mail. It's all weird.
I'm not buying a jersey that has to come through customs.
Yeah, there's got to be. I gotta imagine 19s are flying off the shelf right now.
Kachucks?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. No, not Duclairs though.
Haslam wears a Duclair. When Haslam did the drum, he wore a Duclair.
My guy. Wait, is there any more Stahl brothers that want to play hockey?
A lot of Stahls.
There was like three of them. There was three of them last night, right? Yeah. There was two brothers on the Panthers, and then there was one on Carolina's team.
Mm-hmm.
Tkachuk is playing with his cousin.
Yep.
Like, what are we doing?
The cousin's name isn't Tkachuk, though.
No, it's
And it's not Nick Cousins, who is
It's not-
also a Cousins on the team. What problem?
You ruined everything. Nobody thought that Tkachuk's cousin's last name was Cousin. You idiot. Why you do this?
Panther Primo.
No, what's his name? Finn can't think of his name. I guess
think on the back of a jersey, it actually just say Tkachuk's cousin, just so they know. Coming from Paul Maurice yesterday, just some of the joy that he had in his office and the jubilation the Cats are feeling. Here is Paul Maurice.
So I know what you're talking about now. Okay, I do. Yeah.
Well, to that end,
It's Pete DeBoer and I on the bench, and it's the crowd behind, right? There's a lady with both arms in the air. She's at least a foot off the ground, and it is truly pure joy. You got to see it to fully appreciate it. But yeah, Pete and I, God, so being older, I would have been 27, 28. Pete was 27 years old and won the OHL championship at home. And the lady behind the bench is in midair. It's pure joy. Yeah.
in terms of moments of a pure joy, where it's
Always crushes that by far, yeah. It's her pure joy. I'm not taking part of that. I had a little of my own pure joy tonight.
Oh.
Casey Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
Is his cousin.
That's like I said. Just like push your buttons. So much fun. See, Yogs was at the game last night? Jaromir Jagr?
Oh, no.
Well, he was. You want to hear what Paul Maurice had to say about it?
Sure.
Here's Paul Maurice.
I feel it because I'm sitting there watching the introduce a guy. What was he, 106?
yeah.
Or look better than I do. I mean that respectfully.
No, you don't.
That's what I'm thinking on the bench. I swear to God, the camera goes up and go, looks better than I do. Okay, we can edit that part out. Dave, you got the, just thank you.
Nope, image is done.
You make me follow that.
It's true. I'm not lying to you. I'm looking at the guy going, he probably, I don't know if he looks better, but he sure as hell probably feels better than I do.
Jaromir Jagr.
Is that
Remember
not,
when, like,
wait,
Jagr-
can I say, is that not one of the, for what he's gone through this year, is that dude so laid back and mellow that it's crazy? Like between him and Spo, not a whole bunch of
Yeah, but they're crazed on the bet. They're both.
No, I
crazed
know,
during
I
games.
know, but just the appearance that he gives when he gives interviews, when he talks, like it's not as helter-skelter as his team has been this year. Even though you blasted him.
I did.
Yeah.
But I apologize in the song.
You did.
You know.
You did. You did.
I even said today I went on Toronto radio and they asked me who would be my Panthers foursome if I went on golf. You know, I guess the lady likes golf. I don't know. She asked me that question. And so I went Tkachuk. I went Bob, obviously, because I was like explaining how that's my guy. And then be postseason, obviously.
Yeah, you can't do it
because
during
otherwise
this
I'm a
run.
mush, apparently.
Lomberg?
No, I went Goosies. And then I was like, I was gonna go Lomberg, but then I thought, what could I use this foursome for?
Rico Gudis?
Yeah.
He ain't golfing, dude.
What do you mean?
Nothing about him says that beard says I don't golf.
I don't know,
He
dude.
probably throws knives. right? Radko Gudis looks like
Radko Gudas goes axe throwing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Look,
You know
dude,
what? I do see that.
dude, Radko. Like I bet you right now he could pull out 3 switchblades and like
I wouldn't.
just-
I wouldn't.
I'm telling you.
No, but my fourth one I picked, Paul Maurice, because I wanted to spend the golf apologizing to him.
Oh,
A lot.
sure you want to talk about the 2-1 filthy?
I would talk about the 2-1 filthy, but I'd want to spend at least the first 3 holes apologizing to him, and then we could start drinking.
Oh, he seems like he's just so laid back though. You know what I mean? I think that attitude, especially with like Spo and Mike McDaniel and now Paul Maurice, that attitude is contagious in that nobody on your team panics. Nobody, like all year we've talked with Spo, we've talked with the Heat players, we've talked with hockey players, we've talked with all these guys. Nobody's ever panicked. Oh no, we just gotta put a good run together and whatever. Next thing you know, boom, boom, 6 straight. Back
Crazy.
in it.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's insane what we're going through right now. Heat, they got a chance to do it tonight. Oh man. Dude, beating
What
Boston.
are the chances of the Celtics come back and win the series? Can I just tell you right now?
It'd be a 1 in 151 chance.
No. I'm gonna tell you right now. It is 0.0.
What are the? Have you seen
What the hell's wrong with you people? You've never seen it. 150. 0. No chance. Book it, mark it, however you want to do it. You idiots. The fact that ESPN is even putting that up, knowing 0 in 150, but they got a chance.
Wait until Jason Tatum puts up a 4 for 15 tonight, and they're just like, oh.
No, you know what they're gonna do? They're not gonna move to the Heat. They're gonna move right over to Jason Tatum. Do you keep Jason Tatum or do you keep Jaylen Brown? That's where the conversation's gonna go. I already told you how I felt about that. Everybody laughs. Everybody thinks I'm kidding. No. I just think I could rely on that more than I can. Tatum probably has more upside. Not disputing that. But the way Jaylen Brown plays, the effort in which he plays, he's usually not. And then the second I said that, he's been terrible. But
we'll take a quick break. Get some more cat talk. We'll hear some
45% chance to win the series.
Huh?
0 in 100%.
Huh?
0 in 150 means you have 0% chance.
45. Oh, so would they? I was actually surprised. I would have thought that they the analytics would have had them like 70%.
What
the way they've been going.
analytics are they using?
Yeah,
because they're not using basketball history.
What algorithm are they
I don't know.
using?
I don't know.
Dude,
it's gonna be very. Look, just know tonight, Heat Nation, we're top hats and monocles tomorrow. It's gonna be tomorrow's show is not a party. Tomorrow's show, like gentlemen and ladies, is a soiree. Okay,
what's the difference?
It's classy. We're drinking.
No,
dude.
Stop using redneck terms to explain fancy.
Dude,
soiree is not.
What are you talking about?
Soiree.
Dude, a soiree is fancy.
No, it's fancy for rednecks.
You're thinking of a hoedown.
So wait, hold on.
I'm
bringing fancy glasses tomorrow.
Wait. Hold on.
I don't know why when you said hold on, I pictured Tobin doing this.
We need to wait. Hold on.
Is it because I'm holding a barn broom?
Yeah, we need to figure this out. What is the order of redneck party? Because soiree is like that's
Dude,
like
a soiree is fancy.
Soiree is like
Pretty sure soirees are fancy.
Soiree is like redneck Met Gala, right? That's what. So right, because only somebody like you would call it a soiree. So
you have a soiree at the Knights of Columbus Hall.
Right. So let's get this straight.
A soiree is an evening party or gathering, typically in a private house, for a conversation or music. It's a soiree. It's classy and it's French.
Conversation.
That doesn't sound.
First of all, you don't need.
Look how soiree is spelt. That's French. That's fancy.
That double E.
The French love fancy stuff. Not as much as the old, though. Oh, the old love a soiree. Vic Fangio.
Yeah, because they don't have to dance. They can just sit on their ass and drink. Like that's
conversation.
Right? Conversation, right. So that's a social gathering.
No, you're thinking of like a hoedown, a square
No, a
dance.
hoedown, there's music and
Thinking of a hoot nanny.
See? So soiree is above all that.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But for fancy folks, a soiree is like a warm-up before we go out.
Soiree is like we're gonna sit back,
Yeah.
we're gonna
You
drink
have
some
a soiree, then you go to the club.
Yeah, you have a soiree, and then you go to a wedding or you go to an event.
So if you saying the soiree is the headliner, then no. No.
It's a soiree.
It's not. You're not having a soiree, dude. It's too low in the total.
What would you recommend then?
Hmm?
Would you call it a gala? Tomorrow's a gala?
No. Stop.
What do you mean?
Stop doing that.
Is it a heat gala?
Stop.
Heat and 5 gala?
What about a mixer?
Nah, mixer's like,
People
I
on the
feel like
chat
that's
are
middle
saying
school.
That's college.
Yeah.
College
That's
is
more like a networking
They used to do
thing.
they used to do the mixer. And did you have a flyaway? Did you do flyaways?
The hell's a flyaway?
Flyaway. You have a party with like a sorority and a fraternity, and then at the end of the night, you pull out 2 names and they get to go on a trip.
No, I've never heard of that.
What?
I've never heard of that.
Huh?
You've never heard of a flyaway?
No.
Okay. But that's because you were too busy going get kegs.
Speaking of Knights of Columbus, we once used the Knights of Columbus to party at the school.
Was it called the soiree?
No, it was a gala.
Dude, really? Come on, stop. Stop. Hey, wait, here. You can't call it a gala or a soiree if there's boots and keys with chains on them. Because that's what it has to be real dress up.
I'm talking, we're doing top hats and monocles. Soiree, dude.
Top hats and monocles?
It's
not a soiree. It's you got to go up more than that.
If I search soiree, the first image that comes up, do you think the person looks fancy or not?
No, it's gonna look like you with a broom and
Yeah,
flip-flops.
soiree. Look, Great Gatsby. That's a soiree, dude. Apologize.
Let me see.
First photo on a soiree on Google is like Great Gatsby. That's a soiree. Soiree. Look at all the
that. That
fancy.
looks beautiful.
You know what? Let me take it
You
back.
apologize.
No, let me
Minus
tell you.
one.
You know what? Let me take it back. I know why I didn't understand it. You know why? Because ain't no damn black people in none of those pictures. So that's why I figure I don't understand what a soiree is.
You know what, dude? That's not a fair exit clause. You just used an unfair exit clause.
No damn. Was there any black people
You
in
don't
it?
know that black people don't have a soiree.
I have to admit, I've never seen a black person at a soiree.
You don't know that black people don't have
No.
soirees.
Have you gone to soiree?
No, because
Of course.
look, see, what we call a soiree is we in the back barbecuing
It's
or
called a
whatever.
barbecue. Cookout.
And then somebody
No way,
turn
I
on.
Googled and
Then
I found-
somebody turn on a Frankie Beverly and Mays. Oh, that's a soiree for us, right? That's a soiree because he listened to the music, got your little drink, got your barbecue, right? That right there, a whole bunch of white folks dressing fancy, so at their house. That sounds like you ain't got no friends.
Their house.
Take a break. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy. I had to turn off ESPN in here, Dan. Enough of this. They ran the same thing. How many times do you have to see both shows say, can the Celtics win tonight? Not one mention of the Panthers, by the way, on either ESPN show. Go to hell.
Oh, they just had the Panthers on.
No, I put on NHL Network,
right. You
dude.
changed the channel.
I changed it. NHL Network. I was like, I want to see some Panthers highlights. Tired of this nonsense.
I want to see Tkachuk sliding with the Jesus complex on the
Hey,
ice last night.
Steve.
Stun
Steve has confirmed
Fitzgerald
is Tkachuk's cousin.
Give us some.
That like 30 minutes ago.
Well, we were in the midst of we were debating what a soiree was. I think it's funny that
we weren't debating it.
No, we were.
You were the only one trying to make.
You tried to make.
You might trying to make a redneck soiree some kind of big deal.
You first of all, stop. It's not a redneck soiree. That's a hoedown, and you're trying to make a hoedown. Like you think a soiree is like hay bales and line dancing, and that's not.
Anytime you talk about having a party or something like that, yes, that's what I think
of. Let's get some cat talk. We've been doing it, but brought to us by our friends over at Celsius. Hockey fans, don't sit this one out when it's game time. Make Celsius your party play and get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of
your Florida Panthers. I need to make that run. I got to make that 7-Eleven run.
Yeah.
Apple cherry.
We put in the word today. We want restocks, but we want the new flavors. We want some cherry. We want some cherry apple,
strawberry lemonade.
Yeah, we want
cola.
some new flavors.
You can always send cola.
Did you feel as though your cries for different flavors were being heard?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
I saw a little bit of nodding, and then Jody walked over and goes, "Dan, I got to ask you something," and it was totally off that subject.
I feel like it's I did because listen, I didn't know we were gonna get the last time, and we still got like crates of it. So it's a lot of apple. A lot of apple, dude.
Yeah, and it's
so
it's
I gotta
can I just say this? No knock on Celsius. You do you. It's excellent, whatever. You ever had Fiji apple juice?
Fuji
apple juice?
I mean Marcos would. Marcos loves apple juice because he's a baby.
No, but it's not Fuji apple juice.
Do you think Marcos, we haven't talked about him in a while, we miss him. He's gonna be back soon. Do you think that like he loves the fact that now that he has a baby, he can just drink apple juice all day?
Oh, absolutely.
Goodness,
he is living his best life.
Right? Yep.
His best apple juice life.
Give me that. You're hugging it. A case. They just getting it by a case.
Just getting a case.
Both
drinking it out of nipples.
Y'all don't remember.
Huh? Huh?
Yeah.
If I would have said something like that, you would have went, excuse me?
Uncomfortable.
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
Do you think Ben Stiller's still sad about the next series?
Yep.
I don't think, first of all, look, not for nothing. He's not that guy.
Who, Ben Stiller?
No.
What do you mean he's not that guy? Just
he
was so mad on
but here's the deal. If Spike Lee had gotten mad, I get it. But we just started associating Ben Stiller with the Knicks. Just recently.
Yeah.
You can't be that man.
Smitty, what's going on? Smitty in Salt Lake City. Smitty.
Yo, Smitty, what's happening, brother?
How are you, buddy? How you feeling today?
Let's see here. Hell yeah, baby! Oh, God almighty, man. I've been waiting since 96 for this. I still got the original ticket from the first game.
I wouldn't
I got on it's shaped as a hockey stick. I don't know if you guys remember.
I do remember that, actually.
Still got it. Man, I'm up at home. My wife is sleeping. I wake her up. Oh, she's going crazy. You're waking me up again. Well, too bad. Go in another room and sleep. Dude, this is fantastic. I don't know if you guys watched Bill Lindsay on the NHL Network last night.
I did see that, yes. That was really cool. Billy Lindsay got really emotional about it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the point, that if you didn't get emotional watching that, there's something wrong with you, because we all waited for 27 years. My gosh. That's fantastic. I love it. South Florida. Let's go Heat tonight. Let's make it a complete sweep. Let's finish the job and let both of these teams win the championship.
All right, Smitty, take care,
You guys
man.
have a fantastic day.
There you go, Smitty.
I did get emotional. My eyes watered.
With
and
the
everything.
Billy Lindsay thing?
No.
Oh, with Smitty.
No.
Oh, with the Panthers just winning?
Yes.
Your own emotions.
My own emotions.
Okay.
That is crazy that you could be 25 years old and have never seen the Panthers really advance in the playoffs at all.
Right. It just started, which, like, to their credit, like, it has been a consistent growth because it used to be you wouldn't even sniff the playoffs. It just was demoralizing getting stomped by the Lightning the last couple of years.
Yeah, well, and like kudos to Bill Zito and the powers that be to realize that if we're gonna beat those guys, we have to play a style of hockey that's closer to what they're doing.
2-1 filthy.
And so guess what? You know what else it proved? You had the talent to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You just weren't doing it right.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And they did the right tweaks and
The right tweaks.
The right
They
tweaks.
I mean, that's the equivalent to Tyreek Hill, right?
Oh yeah.
Right. They didn't, but they traded. It's weird because you traded a Tyreek Hill for a younger one.
Mm-hmm.
So, and an antagonist. Their whole team. Did you see old boy? Who was it who lit old boy up on Carolina's team? Had him staggering. I don't know who it was who hit him. Was it Sam Bennett? Who
Yeah,
laid
it was Sam
somebody
Bennett.
out?
I'm looking at it right now. Here it
Oh
comes.
my goodness.
Oh,
Clean hit. Clean hit.
Clean hit, dude.
Look at that.
There it goes. Sam Bennett. Rank me.
Ooh, don't get up.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it,
Don't do
74.
it.
Oh.
He get up like, which one of y'all hit me?
I mean, he got sent into the boards and the ice.
Oh, yeah.
Launched.
So
Into the bowl.
Ooh. Bink. Ooh.
Got him.
Look at him.
Got him.
Got him. Hey, you think jiu-jitsu would have helped him?
Tough when you have skates.
Exactly.
Tough when you have skates.
Exactly.
You know?
And plus that ground don't give. So I don't know where he's gonna roll.
It's crazy. Shout out to Lomberg yesterday. The Lamborghini got himself a goal.
Yep.
You know?
Duclair, we all got a little something. We got our own AD.
Yep. It's crazy, man. Happy for Smitty. Happy for all the Cats fans out there. We had David Dwork on earlier. He's got the Goosies. It's a party right now, man. This is incredible. We're not gonna get to have both. It's so weird though. It's like it's not only did you get in 2 excellent runs, which is already very, very rare. But like how they're doing it with, taking out a title favorite, then taking out probably the second title favorite, doing it in dominant fashion, like having Matthew Tkachuk, Jimmy Butler take the teams on their back, have a swagger about them. Then the fact that they're having the cross love between them. Jimmy's wearing the Tkachuk jersey. They're all wearing the Heat gear to the games. Like this whole thing has just been a complete South Florida sports party. It's been awesome. It's been fun. I don't know, like enjoy this. You don't know if you're going to get anything like this ever again, with
That's
both these
just
teams
it.
being at the same place.
We tend to make terrible assumptions about sports. And I tell you all the time, the only thing that I ever regretted in sports is when we went on that 15-1 run, we just made so many assumptions that I never really enjoyed it. Like you just assumed, okay, we're going to go to Super Bowl. Okay, we're going to do this. Okay, we're going to be home for this. And we were planning and planning and planning. And then the season ended and you were miserable and you didn't realize that you just had one of the best NFL football seasons ever. And we never really enjoyed it because it ended so abruptly. The one thing I appreciate with, what Bob says and all these guys and the Heat and everybody, they look like no matter what happens, they're enjoying the hell out of it. Yep. And so that is, one of the unique things about sports is that, yeah, you want more, but let's not forget to enjoy what you have.
Give you some headlines real quick here, brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
The Marlins did win yesterday, by the way, in the midst of everything. Sandy. It's not good to see Sandy get a big start,
How did he
6
pitch?
innings.
Give us 6
2
innings. Give us
runs.
6 innings, couple runs. Did it in that thin air, so needed. Marlins back to 500.
The old straight ball.
Yeah, just I don't know. Still still had a few walks yesterday, but it wasn't getting battered. Like I think that's the thing. You need to get him right. Get on a little bit of a run ski here. But the Marlins still we're 50 games in. They're 500. Not bums.
Not bums.
Not bums. Don't have Jazz. I hope they get Jazz back. I mean, even though Jazz
He
wasn't
got
having a
broken
great
toe.
season as it
He's gonna
was.
be out for a minute, dude. That toe ain't no joke.
I don't like this turf toe. Not a fan. Not a fan.
Dude,
Didn't Deion Sanders lose his toe eventually after a bad case of turf
He
toe?
lost his toe?
Yeah, he's without like two of his big toe and his.
that was for different reasons.
No, they said it was a turf toe that lingered throughout his career.
He had surgery. He had the same surgery that
OJ
McDuffie had, where they take and they fuse the top of the toe. So if he had complications for that and he doesn't have his toe, okay. But he played with that fused toe because he was so damn fast that Baltimore just moved him to safety and he still played.
Chapo, what's going on, Chapo?
Going on?
Hey, Chapo.
How we feeling?
Feeling great, man. What's up?
Whew, woke up with an ill case of cat fever, but that's one bad mother Tkachuk, ain't he?
Yeah, he is. He's really good, man. He's really good.
Shut your mouth.
He's very good. Exactly. Hey, Leroy,
Just
speaking
talking
of
about
Leroy, how
Tkachuk.
you doing, brother?
I'm all right.
Hey, but why you trying to get on my man Tobin when he got the real life wild lease broom? That's the real deal, bro.
Yep,
that's what you need when you sweep somebody. That's how he took flight into the pool yesterday.
Yep, right into
I
that
saw
pool.
that. I saw, dude. First of all,
Yeah,
this broom is a workout.
it's
I
it's,
mean,
it's got
heavy.
some some heft to it.
It's heavy.
Wait, that's what I'm saying. That's not a prop broom. That's called a wild lease. That's handmade, baby.
Yep.
Let's go.
But here's the deal: nobody buys those brooms anymore.
They should.
Because
they should. That's the problem.
You know why?
They
You know why
should.
they quit buying those brooms?
Mhm.
Because you don't realize because you never used it long enough.
It's a workout.
Those little whiskers fake.
Leroy, you're missing the point, brother. That's not to sweep with. That's to fly with, baby. Come on, man. Anyway, look.
We got some
Sir
cat magic
Frederick
going on
Arthur
right now.
Stanley, Lord Stanley of Preston. His cup is made of silver and nickel alloy, and it's coming to South Florida, baby. And tonight, we smoking that Celtics pack. Let's go, baby. He in 5.
The best 3 words in sports.
Did you guys see that old miser polishing the trophy last night before?
Wait, can I ask you a question? Here, let me ask you a question. Why in every sport, in golf, in football, in basketball, why they always have to have an old ass dude in white gloves handling the trophy? Is that like Jarvis from the Avengers?
It goes
like
it just goes with the territory. Just goes
Right?
with the
Like,
territory.
it's
Sometimes they
always-
have a handlebar mustache.
It's always an old guy.
Did they put on Indeed? Need an old fatty white guy to polish a trophy?
Or if you check, he's been doing it for 30 years. Right? That's the other thing. Like
Who's that? Keeper of the cup.
right. Or the cool thing is when they carve the name in it.
Oh yeah.
They've carved the wrong name before.
Wouldn't it be cool if we could sneak our way onto the engraving? Like, what if we bribe the engraver and they put Tobin and Leroy?
That's cute.
What do you think we got to get him for that? Hundy?
So you think he's just going?
I don't know what an engraver makes. What do you think it'd take to sweeten the deal to get engraved on the Stanley Cup with the Panthers? It's better than a ring. Being engraved on the Stanley Cup, that's forever. What are they going to do? Wipe the name off?
No, they actually changed the plate.
Nah,
Yeah.
no way. We'd just be on the next layer. No,
I'm telling you.
it's not going to happen.
I'm telling you.
They're not
I've
going
seen-
to.
I've
If
seen
we
them
were
make
able to
mistakes
find
in
our
the
way,
tournament.
if we were able to find our way onto Lord Stanley, if we were able to do that, they're not changing that.
Do I have to go by my French name? They what? Right?
It was funny. I went to when I was on 2 Canadian stations. One got your name right. One called you Leroy. 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 Take a break. Oh, by the way, Gabe Vincent out tonight. I should mention that headline
Really?
as well.
Thanks. It's 2 hours and 20 minutes.
No,
into
just
the show.
updating again.
When we tried
Everybody's
to
in the
mention
car.
it early. You go. I don't want to talk about that right now.
I didn't say that.
You did.
No, I didn't.
You
did
No, I
mention
didn't.
it. I can tell you when you mentioned it. You mentioned it.
I mentioned in the 11 o'clock headlines I with David Dwork on.
5 minutes into hour 2.
But we were talking to we were talking cats.
You lucky. You lucky you don't have that weapon in your hand. I'm a little terrified by it. It's kind of heavy, dude.
I told you.
Look, you know this is a good cleaning apparatus when you have to use nails.
Take a break. Back up to this. NBA playoffs. You can watch the Cats fight for the cup. You can have some good food. You can play some games, all that stuff, man. Go to WQM.com. Enter on the contest page. If you win, you can go to Dave & Buster's with your gift card and have a party. All on us and Dave & Buster's. Eat, drink, play, watch sports at Dave & Buster's in Hollywood, which right now, quite frankly, sounds delicious because I'm hungry. It's one of those mornings, Dan. I was so excited, just fired down like a Cava Bustelo, 1 Celsius, and then just came in. Didn't eat. I was too jacked up for today, man.
Yeah, no time for all that. Just enjoy.
Excited for that today, dude. We got this. We're going to beat the Celtics tonight. We're going to party tomorrow, soiree style. We're still trying to figure out what that is.
We don't know for sure, but it's not quite a gala or gala, but it's definitely not a hoedown. It's somewhere in between there.
I've seen a hoedown, dude. That's what goes down at the Renegades or what the hell's the one that's Roundup. Roundup's the one that's down at Davie.
Oh, they have soirees in Roundup?
No, they don't have soirees, dude. They have hoedowns.
Hoedowns.
Hootenannies.
Although I feel like Jimmy Butler would like a hoedown because he likes the country music.
He's from Texas.
We was just singing the top 10 tunes from Tina Turner. Rolling.
Oh, yeah.
Rolling on
Rest
the
in peace to
river.
Tina Turner. I saw that. That was yesterday, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I thought of
Yesterday?
him instantly.
Yep.
Because you thought, oh,
No, we were thinking.
That's exactly what
we
I
were
heard.
saying.
That's literally my action now when celebs die. It's always
Yeah.
just the Loretta Lynn.
Oh no, that's all you hear in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yep.
No. I'm your private dancer.
They did didn't they come back? They came back from one of the breaks with Tina Turner. I felt like during the
They
cut.
did. They did.
Yeah.
You know who does that? Jax. Jax will probably kick to Tina Turner.
You're probably right about that.
Yeah.
You're probably right about that. God, I can't wait.
Hey,
I can't wait for those Sully and
my
Murphy.
buddy
to be
just
so
texted
sad.
me, Gabe Vincent is out tonight. And I replied, I know, I do this for a living.
Wow, he's -1 for Sass, dude.
Sassy.
-1 for Sass. What the hell?
-1 for Sass.
Oh,
Come on.
okay.
Wait. Come on. No, I'm just saying. Why would
to
they
help
text me
you.
sports information?
Just trying to help, dude. He's just trying
Really?
to get you going. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I really should be. I think somebody called me, asked me if I wanted to go to the game, but I didn't answer the phone.
Which game? The Stanley
Last
Cup?
night.
You want to go which game?
The Panthers.
Oh, the Panthers
Why
game.
would you
But
not
because I
answer
didn't
the
know,
phone to
because
that?
it was close to the game. Everybody knew that I lived the closest.
You
so
live right there.
I know that's what I'm saying, but I didn't know. Because my mindset was getting everything ready to be in the jacuzzi. I'm gonna tell you what, you watch jacuzzi sports, like when you get too hot, and I got my cooler right there, right? And then if I get like really high, I just slip on into the pool,
Mm-hmm.
do the elbow thing on the edge of the pool, watch. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Love it. Nobody bothers me out there.
Well, that makes
You know what's even
doesn't
better?
it?
Except the bugs. It's bug season. The bugs. Oh my goodness. I have to have my own personal little net,
Mhm.
like in Africa.
Mhm.
You know, the little, and I have to clean up all the bugs and stuff out of the pool.
Uh,
You got bugs by you like that?
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, you out there, I didn't know they had bugs at Soirees.
Bro, you're just on the southern version of my town. Like all you are like a few miles out. Like you live in Davie. Like you live in golf cart, 4-wheeler, Horse Haven.
Yep.
It's samesies. It's just
They're
different.
gonna have to put
counties.
the signs up. Please, no fireworks, wildlife.
Yeah, well, good
Don't
luck.
wanna scare the horses.
Because the only thing that rednecks love more than horses is fireworks.
Oh my goodness. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you. Soon as it don't even have to be all the way dark. Soon as the sun just falls just a little bit under, boom, 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 boom.
Got
Just
me
some
one of that-
fireworks.
Got me one of that there romaine candles.
Oh my goodness.
You got to hold the romaine candle out to the side though, because if it backfires, it'll go down your arm.
Dude,
you got to shake it out
It
on the
is
side.
it is the most amazing thing when you see some of the accidents that people have with fireworks, and we watch them every year, and you think they would know better. So, for example, dear dummies, don't light your fireworks right behind your car, just in case. Because guess what? I've seen several videos where a little firecracker slipped, everybody ran away, it went up underneath the car and blew up the car all the time, once a year, and they still do it. Yeah, I don't know.
Careful, dude.
Careful. Be careful.
Good point out by Stayed South. Tina Turner playing in the background at Heat shoot around today.
Oh,
That little ode,
all right.
little nod. Jimmy Butler's going to be Tina Turnaround shot.
That was also the thing in Miss Congeniality too. They had to do Tina Turner.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Apparently they were playing What's Love Got to Do with It?
What's love
Great movie.
got to do?
I'd say about I'd say he's got about, give me like 4 for 9 from downtown tonight.
Who?
Kevin Love. What? Come on.
I was waiting for that reaction.
That's a point. That's a point.
I'm not.
That's a point.
Oh, wait.
You like it.
Wait.
It's marinated. You liked it.
I'm not.
You don't hate it.
I don't hate it. But it ain't. You see, that's why I can't. Oh, goodness. That was terrible. It took me a while to maybe it was a me problem, right? That it took me a while to get it because even J Fig looked up at me.
I was just waiting.
Yeah.
Schmieth and Schmelnick says, let's hope Bam isn't Tina Turnovers again. Have some respect, Schmiethan. What am I saying?
Yeah. Are you kidding me? If we'd ask if Smeathan gave too much respect, we ask him what was wrong.
Oh man, we'll take a quick break. Get to our favorite Thursday game. Goosies. No Goosies is next. All right, welcome back, everybody. It's time for our favorite Thursday. Hey, careful putting on your headphones. Careful. Careful. Don't worry about
Dude,
you.
I don't know how that happened.
All I know is I want you to be careful.
All right.
I don't want you to get struck in the eye again. All right, let's play our favorite Thursday game. A little Goosies. No Goosies. Jennifer, the floor is yours. What do we have today for Goosies? No Goosies.
All right, guys.
Hmm?
Matthew Tkachuk's game winner.
Oh, let's hear this last night. Doug Plaguers with the call on WQAM.
Tkachuk out at the right point covering. 15 seconds in regulation. Tkachuk, Reinhart near circle. Reinhart in the circle. Shot, and it's fought off by Anderson. Barkov right circle. Down to the goal line. Tkachuk in front of shot. He scores! He scores! He scores! Matthew Tkachuk, a power play goal! It's 4-3 Panthers with 4.3 seconds to go in regulation time. The Panthers take a 4-3 lead in the waning seconds.
Wow. Wow.
Goosies?
Goosies galore.
Goosies galore.
I mean, it really is. It
is. I'd say Goosies galore.
Wow.
Galore.
Rarity for you.
That.
Yeah, dude, I was on the edge of my seat.
Amazing. Dan Day?
Goosies galore.
I was hugging random people at 26 Degree Brewing in Pompano Beach. Random guys and girls.
Wow.
You do that anyway.
That's true. That's true.
That is very true.
Like, you now need something to justify what you've been doing your whole life.
Made it a little less awkward.
J Fig, what about you?
You know, that was like triple G for me yesterday.
Wow. That's good Eddie
Goosies
Golovkin for you?
galore.
Yeah.
Goosies on top of Goosies on top of Goosies?
Yeah, definitely. But I was only
Hard to
there.
argue.
I only hugged myself. So, and then I
And
went and I
Scooby.
hugged Scooby. Yeah.
That's not called hugging. Oh.
What's number
-1.
two? What's number two, J Fig?
I want to hear the -1 for Leroy.
Point for Leroy.
Gotcha.
I don't like it. All right, number 2, Caron Butler teaching Nikola Jović moves.
All right, let's bring this up. Caron Butler, former Heat first-round pick, a coach. He's been teaching Nikola Jović some moves. And he's been doing this since the beginning of the season to try and teach him. It's a go-to move. It's a game winner that he's been telling Jović. And he has to end his workouts, Leroy. He has to end his workouts every time with this move, or he's not allowed to go into the locker room. So he's been teaching this from Caron Butler, and Caron Butler, boots on the ground. I asked Coach Caron, and he goes, yeah, I told him, you're going to win a game with us with this move. But he's not allowed to leave until he hits this move. The move, let me tell you something. I'm very excited. It's Goosies
First of all, he's 20.
He's 19.
19. He's 19.
Yep.
Like,
Is he about to graduate already?
No, he's never going to do that.
why would he?
He's going to tell mom. He's going to keep tricking her.
He
and
was
like-
still going to school, wasn't he?
He was supposed to. I think he has to finish a test, and he's not gonna graduate high school because he's gonna make millions of dollars as a basketball player. He doesn't have time for arithmetic.
Look at him using big words.
But I'm telling you, this gives me Goosies. Caron Butler, one first-round pick to another, coach to pupil, because he's not his go-to coach. Like, he just has taught him specifically this move because he comes out to go work out with the other guys, and he's like, hey, do the move. Do the move. And he does the move. That's Goosies right there.
I don't
dude.
have Goosies.
Why?
No
Not until I see it in the game.
I mean, it's just so hard.
They all no. Here's why. No, it has nothing to do with Caron. It has nothing to do with Jović. Here's what it has to do with. These guys can make all kinds of shots when it ain't game time.
Mm-hmm.
So him making that shot or being shown that against air means nothing to me.
You got to win against yourself before you can win against opponents. I'll take my -1.
-1.
Dan Day, do you get Goosies from Caron
serious?
Butler?
No Goosies.
Wow. All right.
It's not like come on.
Leroy, we were talking about this before the show. Practice? We're talking about practice?
He's a kid. He's a project.
But they make so many shots when nobody's guarding them. All these trick shots, deep threes, or whatever. So the fact that he's making that shot
Wow.
doesn't mean anything.
You're poo-pooing a go-to move from Caron.
I'm not doing that. I'm not saying it's not learned. I'm not saying he's not teaching him anything.
smell
But I'm
poo-pooing.
saying it doesn't care against air.
Practice?
It doesn't matter against air.
J-Fig?
I got Goosies.
He lifer. What's number 3, J-Fig?
Why the face, Leroy?
No face.
Dolphins rookie running back Devon Achane compares himself to Christian McCaffrey.
Wow, did he?
He did.
Is he a bruiser?
Who, Devon Achane?
No, he's a little guy.
No,
He's a blazer.
He's a blazer. Fast. Well, listen, I like Christian McCaffrey. He's really good. I would like Devon Achane to be really good. That's a Goosies for me, dude. Love an OTA preseason comparison.
No Goosies for one reason.
Why?
No Goosies.
It could be very true, but you can't say it yourself.
Why?
You can't. You
I
can't.
Agree. I agree with that, Leroy.
You can't say it yourself.
Too much. What's wrong with putting a little...
Somebody else could say it. I can say, oh, you know what? He got a little Christian McCaffrey in it. No big deal. But you can't say it yourself.
Interesting.
You really?
Never having a little self-belief.
Whatever happened to being a little humble?
Oh, you mean like Jason Tatum where he says, I'm humbly one of the greatest players in the league?
And then he went on and did a 4 for 13?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. How'd that work?
Humbly.
So now everybody's going to be yelling,
Jimmy Butler.
hey, you're not even dressed Christian McCaffrey.
Jimmy Butler humbly going to kick your ass today.
But Jimmy doesn't, Jimmy can do that.
Yeah, but
Jimmy
Jimmy's
can go talk trash because Jimmy's done it, right? I'm like, I'm not taking it away from his talent. I'm just saying, you can't be the one to do the looks like Gabe.
Dan Day? Goosies from...
No Goosies.
Don't talk the talk. You got to walk the walk.
You're the only one that gets Goosies with everything, dude.
That's not true.
You just, yeah.
That's not true. You do this all the time. You say I'm a goosey floozy. That's not the truth.
It is. You're a Goosey
I don't think
floozy.
he
Not
uses
true,
those
dude.
exact terms, but yeah.
I don't
You're
like
a
it.
Goosey. You're just like Goose. Ooh, Goosies. Everything.
I
No
don't
matter
sound
what
like
we
that.
talk about. Yeah,
I
you
don't
do.
sound like that.
Dude. Triple G. It could be right. And then you push away. You overdo it.
It's not true.
It is true.
J Fig, do you get the Goosies from A-Chain?
Nah, I agree.
Wow.
Don't say it
No
yourself.
Goosies.
Let others say that to you. Was that your ring?
Yeah. No. Siri just decided to answer.
Okay, Siri.
All right. What's our final one here, J Fig, before we hit the break?
Brooks Koepka. Said that wrong.
Yeah, that's right. Koepka.
Okay.
That's it.
So he sent out a tweet, and I have a visual for you. You ready?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just a kid from South Florida.
Wow.
And
That's
he
cool.
has 2 pictures of himself.
He's got the Panthers sweater on while holding the PGA Championship trophy. And then on the other side, he is holding his Heat jersey as he was courtside for the Heat and Celtics. That's pretty cool. That's
Okay.
Goosies for me.
Goosies.
I got Goosies. But you could have got more out of me. PGA champ, his number should have been 3. Because he's won 3 of them.
You can't put 3 on a Heat jersey.
Why not?
It's D-Wade's jersey. Retired.
You also can't put PGA champ on the back.
Now, I know technically number
What
1.
about Bosch?
I know.
You box yourself in.
Yeah, but it's
you
different.
box yourself
It's different,
in.
though.
No, it's not different.
You can throw Bosch's number out there a
Bosch's
little
jersey's
bit.
retired too.
It's D-Wade.
You've
I saw somebody. No, dude, I saw somebody at the urinal the other day with a number 3 custom jersey.
At the
and
what?
At the urinal. I saw him at the urinal, and like
I
they're
just
wearing.
said urinal, like I'm yearning. Right? Like,
I saw somebody at the Kaseya Center at the urinal, and he was wearing a number 3 jersey, customized with his own last name, and I'm like, you can't do that.
why not?
I
Retired.
was given a Figueroa jersey.
Number 3.
No.
I would definitely put a 33 on it.
It's Alonzo's number, you know.
Okay, but with my name on it, I ain't going. Wait, here, jackass. Let me explain something to you. We're not going to play basketball for the Miami Heat. We can put whatever the hell we want on the back of our jersey.
You know, I'd tread lightly on that. I would stay away from the retired numbers. You know,
That's the whole point.
You
You want to wear you want to wear somebody.
Then get an Alonzo Mourning jersey.
Huh?
Get an Alonzo Mourning jersey.
Oh, so I can get Alonzo, but I can't put my name on the back.
It's
Even though everybody knows that was my number.
It's a weird. It is your look. You have it tattooed on you. It's a little bit of a weird look.
No, it's not. You're a fan. You can get whatever you want. You spending $100+ for a jersey, and you go in there and say, "I want to get this, this, and this." And they say, "No, you can't get that number. Give me my money back." You can get whatever. If you paying, if you buying the jersey, you can get what you want on it. You all of a sudden, you the jersey police. No, can't get that number, buddy. Retire.
I'm not banning it. I just find it weird.
Find it what?
Weird.
Cringe. I feel like you.
Why?
Cringe.
The whole
Cringe
point,
is a good
the
way to
whole
put it.
point of Brooks Koepka, right? Everybody puts number 1 on it, but you get number 3 because you won 3 PGA championships.
How many?
That makes it fitting.
Is that all his majors?
He won 5.
So you should get number 5.
But if you put PGA champ on the back, you got to put a 3.
Put majors on the back. And then you got Goosies from the tweet, dude.
Goosey!
Yeah, you represent your hood, man. I appreciate that.
Dude, you're the worst. What? Make up your mind. Make up your mind. Are you going to be the Jersey police or the Jersey police sometime? Can't have number 3, but you can have
Next
number
time we have
1.
Michael McCullough, I'm asking him. I'm asking this.
I like the fact you have majors
Keep
written
it
on the
up.
back of his jersey.
Yeah, but
Majors.
wait. Mike McCullough's going to take the company line. We accept all cash. What are you talking about? They ain't going to tell you can or can't get a jersey.
I feel like it should be blocked out. Like I feel like in the options, like when you go get a custom jersey, you can't just get like current players. You're not allowed to do that, right? So I can't
What
get
do you
like you can't go to the NBA jersey shop. You can't get like you can't get like a Giannis 34 jersey. You have to go to some real bootleg stuff to do that. You can't go
Why?
to, they won't let you.
Why not?
They just won't let you.
I thought you could get any jersey you want.
Nah, you'd have to you got to go to like, Dolphin Mall to do that.
No.
You can't go to an NBA shop and try it. Try buying a
NBA store?
Yeah, go to NBAstore.com. Try buying a Giannis 34 Heat jersey. Try it.
Oh, a 34 Heat jersey, a Giannis.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I thought you were saying a Giannis jersey. No, why would I want a Giannis 34 Heat jersey?
There's someone that polices that? Like,
it's policed.
You put Antetokounmpo on a 34 on the back of it.
Then you could get cute with it and just misspell it by a word, but like by a letter. But like,
Then you're cutting your nose off to spite your face.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. J-Fig, you got the Goosies from Koepka?
No.
Oh, okay.
You don't like
No Goosies.
Wow.
Keep your traffic cones.
blood. All right, that's Goosies, no Goosies. Final hour coming up. All right, welcome back, everybody. Happy Hope this Barkov goes by the end of the show today.
That's a little concerning.
I got a week to recover.
What happened now?
Barkov. It's getting to me, dude. We always believed in the captain, you know? Love that guy. Keeps it low key. He's all about action. I'll bite and Barkov, if you ask me.
You want to keep going, huh?
Just want to see when I get a look.
Yeah.
Get some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Oh, look at this. This NHL Network. They got a little matchup between Canada and Finland, eh?
No, it's the was the World Cup.
That's what they got going on there?
Yeah.
I could tell when I was on with Canada, they were super jealous today. Super jealous.
Of what?
We got, because they love hockey. They're like, hey, how much hockey you like up there, eh? How much you like it? I'm like, I love it a lot, dude. Actually, it's our favorite sport. Just to rub it in. Because I didn't want them to think they're going to Wetzel me. Nice try, Canada. They probably thought they were getting some hockey noob up there. I was dropping knowledge, dude. They didn't even realize what was coming their way.
I find that hard to believe.
Knowledge, dude. I was talking forecheck. I was talking back check. I was talking bounce checks, cross checks, checks mix.
He's doing everything just to get
Chinese checkers.
Yeah, dude. We got it all going on. Chinese checkers is fun.
What?
The marbles?
Is that the game with the
That is
you have the different colors?
the marbles.
Yeah.
You have
Comes
the
in a star.
That's
the
not
different
what it's
colors in
Yeah, it
the
is.
star.
What is that
Yeah, it
called?
is.
Yeah, it is.
Doesn't it start with an M?
Can I just say this? It sounds like you're getting ready to spit out a Latin word that means the same damn thing as the game we play.
Oh.
Right? Right?
And now I'm going to search it.
Words mean words.
I don't know.
Anyway,
Why do you call it Chinese checkers and nobody's been offended yet? That's usually how it happens.
I just assumed that it was originated in China.
I mean, like we can't say
Much better version.
We got to use crisscross applesauce, but we can't say. But we can say Chinese checkers.
Yeah, because you're not using the correct term in the original one.
Invented in Germany in 1892.
Like I said, dude, it is.
Wait, are you talking about this? I'm going to send it to you in the chat.
Let me see.
Germany.
Germany, huh? So where did it get its name? Well, you know what? Let's just pass on it. Moving on.
No, that's
No?
Mancala.
That's what I thought. Oh, this is what you're talking about.
Oh my!
Oh yeah, that's not the same.
These
game,
are
man.
not called marbles.
Isn't that what is that?
What are they?
What are they? What would you
Aren't they
call
like
that?
little pins?
No.
No.
You're
Oh,
thinking
wait,
of the
these
game at. You're thinking of
are
that. You're thinking of that game that you
That's
play at
downstairs?
Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel is
What do
pretty
they
great,
have
though.
there?
Oh, I love Cracker Barrel.
Wait.
So does Vic Fangio.
You love Cracker Barrel. You know, one thing I would say that Ohio has to offer, they have all the breakfast spots,
Ooh,
all of them.
it's my favorite meal.
Friendlies. They got what's the
They have Sizzler?
No, they don't have sizzler. They eat breakfast.
I don't know. I've never been to
Perkins?
Perkins,
Tiger Woods.
Friendlies. They got
Culver?
no. What the hell's that?
I don't know much about food, honestly. Look at me.
You don't eat it. I mean, you drink your lunch. That's the difference.
Pretty wild. Anyway,
Anywho,
little hungover. What a win. How many beers you have last night? You drink after you celebrate with some drinky poos?
I didn't have any.
I did.
I didn't have many beers.
After I jumped in the pool like a maniac, then I had some beers. You would think
By
that I had the beers
yourself?
before. Yes. What? Who am I going to celebrate with?
Nobody's up.
Nobody's
Okay,
up.
This nonsense is going on while everybody's asleep.
I mean, you call it nonsense. We're just having fun, baby.
But having fun by yourself.
I like drinking
Wait,
beers with people.
What is that? Who sings? One is the loneliest number.
Loretta Lynn.
No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. Isn't that Paul McCartney and
you might be right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When is the loneliest number?
Mm-hmm.
Just think about that. You drinking beers after jumping in a pool all by yourself.
I mean, you don't have to put it like that. I mean, you know,
kind of
I
sad.
don't see what's wrong with that. Tobin, I got your back on this,
Yeah,
man.
thanks, dude. What's wrong with
Man,
that?
I think certain situations, No, he's not where you are in that, right?
Paul McCartney, part of Tkachuk's favorite band, Wings.
He's not part of Wings, you idiot.
He's a wing.
Yeah, Paul McCartney and Wings.
Yep.
Is that his favorite band though? Is it?
Every winger's favorite band is Wings.
Oh, okay.
You have just been exhausting today. I'm surprised. It's just exhausting.
Honestly, I'm pretty tired.
I'm like tired. Like,
We got to get it.
when
Listen,
you say something stupid,
you gotta
like
rally.
that, you know what I do? I look up at the clock.
We gotta rally tonight,
Like,
dude. We got a big game coming up. Big game coming
I
up tonight.
know.
You
And
got
nobody's playing.
Dan Day. You got. What do you mean? Only Gabe Vincent's out.
Gabe Vincent,
That's sad.
Tyler Hero, Victor Oladipo.
We have
That's
enough.
three guys.
We have enough.
We
They
dude.
all play the same position though.
We have enough.
They all play the same position. All the injuries in the same position.
We have enough.
Who's playing point guard? Kyle Lowry?
Yeah, Kyle Lowry. Low dog.
This guy.
Can you send him a tweet? Ask him to please not share the ball with the other team as much.
I will let him know that. Yes, I will let him know that. Do you have Spo from this was at shoot around? He was asked about people not believing in the Heat, and Spo a little ornery at practice today. Not too not in the mood for narrative talk.
We don't get it. I'm trying to compete. It's a great opportunity, and our guys love these kind of challenges. Love to compete. Love the playoffs and love playing in an environment like this. This is what it's about. It's not about getting ahead of it. You want to be present for the competitive nature of what we can expect tonight. That's how our guys are wired.
I love a profanity laced Eric Spoelstra. Don't get it all the time. He's on edge, dude. You know what he's ready for? A beatdown tonight for them. Don't be surprised if Eric Spoelstra's got a little monocle in his pocket. Shining it, ready to go.
What's wrong with you?
Dude, you don't like a little Spo with an edge?
I do. I mean, the thing about Spo is that
Spo, what do you think about Greeny saying you got no shot? I'd picture Boston reporters sounding like that.
I mean, that right there is, of all the things that I've heard in sports, to give somebody a 46% chance of winning a series with something that's never been done in basketball.
I just like the fact
crazy.
that I like the fact that Boston's trying to spin "don't lose" on us, and I'm like, no, you don't lose, because if you lose,
it's over.
It's over. They're trying to hit us with a "don't lose." Chuck's like this. Don't lose. Pressure goes to you. Then 6 becomes a must. He loves doing this. Games that aren't must wins, he loves swinging to a must win. He doesn't know must wins. He doesn't know must wins. Go talk to your younger self, Chuck. And then tell him what happens on those must
What's
wins.
happening, old Chuck?
I do like that commercial.
It is
What is that for? Is that
You're
for
gonna-
T-Mobile or is that Subway?
You're gonna be surprised.
What
is it for? Is it
AT&T? I don't know what it's for. Do you know what that is, Dan Day? You have any idea? You know what commercial I'm talking about, though, where Charles Barkley's talking to young Charles Barkley?
Oh yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
it.
hold on.
What is that for?
I'm gonna tell you right now.
JFig, do you know what that's for?
No, I'm usually too busy.
I feel like it's for like AT&T because they're watching TV.
It's like AT&T. Yeah,
I think
and
it's AT&T.
It's kind of a bad rendition of him younger self, because the first time I saw it, I was like, "Who the hell is he talking to?" And I was like,
Yeah,
"Oh, that's supposed to be him."
I'm usually busy just staring at his younger self.
FanDuel, there's some of the
It's
people are tweeting-
FanDuel?
Some of the people are tweeting in that
That
on
makes
the
sense.
Twitch, one of the gambling
FanDuel?
sites.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he does the Bix.
Who is young Chuck on FanDuel? Isn't it CGI?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, it's a CGI.
No, it's Danny.
Oh,
Oh, it's somebody
Moore.
actually playing Young Chuck?
Yeah.
How about that? All right.
Bad job.
There you go. We'll take a quick break. Back with more after this. Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Hey, what's up, old Chuck?
Tip off from TD Garden set for 8:30. Preheat at 7 o'clock. Gabe Vincent's out tonight, ankle injury.
That's the thing about that day off, man.
Swell up.
That
balloon
day off, like just the time, like it sucks about injuries. But here's what you need to know. Sometimes it would hurt like hell, but the best thing you do is keep moving. Right? If you try to take some time off of it, that's when all the negative stuff happens. It gets swollen.
That's like when like when Jimmy hurt his ankle at the end of one. He's just sitting there standing, but what was he gonna do? Go sit?
Right.
So yeah, not great. Not great to not have Gabe Vincent. He's been pretty awesome this series, but you know, they do have, this is one of the benefits of having a Kyle Lowry is that he has been there, he has done that, and he is a very capable point guard.
Tobin, do you feel it in the air?
Does that feel? Yeah. What is that?
Something in the air.
Didn't you see something in the sky?
What do you think that is, Dan?
I think it's a Strus Night.
No.
What you mixing that Strus with?
I do think it does feel like a Strus Night, dude.
Rum?
It feels like a Strus Night.
Do you put that Strus juice or
Who is
rum
doing
or
that?
vodka?
Who's doing the somebody's actually come out. He's partnered with somebody
42.
with the Strus juice.
Really?
Yeah, it's a charity thing at
Top 42.
Kaseya Center.
That's cool. I like that. Strus juice.
And
I wanna try
Jax is so smooth with it.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
He loves Max Strus.
Yes.
He loves Max Strus. And it feels like a Strus Night. I could picture just a montage
This
tomorrow
might be an
of
intangible.
Jason Jackson calls.
Strus.
Oh, Strus and
Dunks.
and Kevin Love.
Kevin Love. This could very well.
Oh, that would make
that
Boston
would be
really
so
mad.
so upsetting in
Why
Boston.
does he play more than Hauser and Pritchard? They give theirs some run.
Their intangibles are so much
What do you
better than
mean that-
ours.
What do you mean there, O'Keefe? No, nothing. You knows what I mean. You know, the intangibles. Feels like a Strus Night. I'm with you, Dan.
They feel like they have the lockdown on intangibles, right?
Let me tell you something. I see their backups. They do. They just don't play, apparently. Luke Cornett, Peyton Pritchard, Sam Hauser.
Yeah, when you see Peyton Pritchard
Wait.
get into the game, you start feeling good.
Luke Cornett.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Nothing says intangible like Luke Cornett.
Looks like a monster.
Really?
7'1", big stiff. He's like intangibles Boban.
It's like the
Sam-
the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the
Abominable Snowman.
yeah.
He's missing out. He should probably fake an accident and get more commercials.
Oh my goodness. Boban doesn't
I
play.
love Boban commercials.
Boban commercials.
I'll buy anything Boban's selling.
How about when he gave him the big hand, the
Bouncing.
Boban hand?
Bouncing.
That-
Bouncing.
That's
Bouncing.
hilarious. Everybody's like, is he serious?
Feel free to time in.
Like he
Love
is
that
the-
guy, man.
It's amazing.
I would love to have Boban on be like the color analyst. Forget JJ Redick. Have Boban.
You know what, Boban?
I do. And Goran. I do. We need to have more people with Serbian, Slovenian accents on color of NBA broadcasts.
Yeah, but Boban would be like 4 plays behind. You see, like red timeout. Okay,
Oh, so he's like Boban. You got to get to the breakdown a little bit quicker.
gotta talk a little faster, a little faster. He talks very slowly.
Miss Gogi, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, Gogi liked the video yesterday. Me jumping in the
Dude.
pool. He likes the Leroy thing. Do you think that Gogi, when we win, do you think he goes, Leroy, body?
No,
He's on everywhere.
I would love
sees
that.
it.
he's not gonna do it.
He might.
You know, it would be funny if somebody did it.
Mhm.
UD.
That'd be amazing.
That would be funny.
Oh.
Oh.
RV Richie says, and have Christos as sideline reporter. All right, let's go to Christos Saltis. Hello, Bam. You have a triple double, and also, what does triple double mean to you? I'm telling you, dude, we need more people from the Balkan Peninsula doing NBA broadcasts. That's what we need to do.
No, we don't.
I'm telling you, dude.
Dude, listen. English is kicking most of our asses down here. You want to add more languages to
Would
the
you
mix?
rather have Goran Dragic on the broadcast or Reggie Miller? Rather have Gogi. Gogi looked good in a suit too. You know?
I would like
go to Austin Burke. He'd look very handsome, nice. He'd be suited and booted for the broadcast. What do you think about this? What do you think about this?
Go.
What about 3-man booth next year? If Gogi retires, okay? What about Eric Reed, John Crotty, and Goran Dragic on the broadcast? That'd be fun.
Unless UD wants to do it.
He's not going to do that. He said he wants to sit next to Riley and Zoe.
You make comments like, he doesn't want to do that. Like, you know.
I know what he wants to do. He wants a big boy chair. Deserves it. Keeper of the culture.
He'd definitely be able to do what Chris Quinn gets the head job.
Yeah.
Who moves up?
Do you think? Let me ask you this: if the Heat do win this, task at hand.
Mhm.
But if the Heat do win it all, do you think Riley retires? I think he does.
Do you think Spoelstra moves up?
He might. I wonder.
Do you think Chris Quinn becomes the coach down here?
Perhaps. Yeah, you think about that? Because task at hand. I don't want to get too ahead of myself.
No, I don't
a lot of
think
things got to
about it.
happen.
No, I don't think about it. See,
don't laugh.
Task at hand, and there's like 8 options you're running through right now.
Yeah, just task at hand.
Here's the deal. You think about stuff like that. I don't. Because I really am about task at hand. And none of that matters.
I don't know. I feel like I'm more task at hand than your task at hand.
Dude.
You were doing Damian
Hold
Lillard
on.
trades the other day.
Stop it.
What?
Stop.
I'm not talking whales. I'm not
Stop.
talking trades.
Stop lying to these people.
I'm not lying to these people.
Where the hell you think I get this stuff
Dude,
from?
I haven't even.
Where do you think I get this stuff from?
Well, I mean, I have to have a knowledge of what's out there. You know, I mean, I can't just ignore it, but I don't want to really acknowledge it because task at hand.
Dude, can I just tell you, pull out your katanas, because you're doing it.
I'm not being semantic samurai here.
You are.
I'm not. But you know, like task at hand. Have you thought about that? Like Riley said, like I want to do one last build.
No.
What if this is the build? What if they
No.
get to the end?
No.
So you haven't thought about it, or you don't think he'll retire?
I'm not thinking about it because it doesn't matter because they haven't won yet.
I mean, this could be the last games we have of Pat Riley.
Is he playing?
He's the Godfather. He's there.
Is he playing?
There was Shaq.
Is he playing?
No, but he's the architect.
Okay, then.
He's
stop making
the
it sound
Don.
like it's the end of the world. Here.
That would shake everybody.
How
What
they
if-
do things in this organization is pretty much set with whoever does it.
Mhm.
So from that standpoint,
But if he
they're
did
good.
retire, task at hand.
Yeah.
But if he did retire,
You don't have to say task at hand.
Oh, stop.
Stop it.
What if he did retire?
Right.
Do you think Spo would just take his place? And then do you
I
think,
think Spo
would
likes-
you think there would be a
I think
domino?
Spo's
effect?
like coaching.
Interesting. Even though
I
he's
don't-
laid waste to
But
everybody.
we still got the son, Mickey Harrison Jr.
Yeah, Nick's still
Nick Harris.
Nick's already doing big stuff, but he's not like the president of basketball operations.
That's the next move.
So that's the no. I think he's above that. He's like he's big boss.
He's above.
Yeah, he's like, what is he, CEO? He's the dude.
All right.
You know,
I would say,
but I'm talking like Spo. If he were to win a championship, task at hand. But if he were to win a
No.
championship, you don't think he'd leave coaching?
No,
Really?
dude. Think about this. After a coach goes through this, if they win,
What's going to be better than this?
what do you think? He's gonna be like, oh, I want some more of this.
Because they're going to trade for Dame Dollar. Go for a repeat.
You said none of that.
Yeah, task at hand. But we're doing a little fantasizing here because we're going to take care of the Celtics tonight. So task at hand. But if he were, let's just say in our hypothetical world, he does retire. Pat Riley finally retires, gets his final championship. Eric Spoelstra says, now I want to be the Godfather. All right. Then do you think it's Chris Quinn as head coach?
You just said 37 ifs. Like,
JFig, have you thought about this?
But task at hand,
Task at hand.
he says.
dude, you're ridiculous.
What?
And I have not thought of this.
No, you're the only one that thinks of it. And you told me
You
earlier.
haven't thought about this? It could be Pat Riley's last ride if he wins?
No.
Just because you're task at hand?
Just because they haven't won yet. Cross that bridge when
I
we
know,
get there.
but
we have time. We got time.
Will you think about going into the finals?
No.
You will only think about it after the trophy.
Yeah. Because he ain't gonna say nothing about it. So why not just wait till he's ready to talk?
I don't know. I'm just asking. Thought about it. I see him sitting there because you mentioned UD, right? And then that kind of led us down this path. So really, this discussion's on you.
What?
Well, you mentioned UD being a broadcaster. Say he wants the next Pat Riley. Is Pat Riley going to be there? So it's really, you brought this up. So I'm just going off of what your lead onto the segment was. And my question is, if the Heat win the championship, task at hand, but is this it for Pat Riley?
Hard to say.
It is hard to say. It is hard to say. Well put by you.
There's only a handful of people. I think the only person that really appreciates that is me and Jay Fig, right? Because, like, I don't know how many times I wanted to just blast you for doing that.
Why is Vanessa so mad at me? I don't even understand it.
She's gonna disown you.
But why? Why is she so upset? Vanessa, call in 305-567-0560. I'd love to know why you're so upset with me, because you usually keep it real. I understand. I don't. What am I doing? That's the worst. We're just having some fun.
You can't upset Vanessa.
But what did I do?
I hope she calls in.
Whoa, here. I love this. Because I remember when I was talking about Dame Dollar earlier.
Yeah.
You didn't want to hear it.
Right.
RVA Richie. This is sports radio. May we speculate or let's talk nitty?
Wow. RVA Richie with some sass.
Yeah.
He's right though. Like
no.
We're just throwing it out there. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just curious.
No. Because I brought up Dame Dollar earlier in the postseason, and you about blew a gasket.
Here's why though.
No. You're not all of a sudden go. No, you're not finding a way around this. We had this conversation about Dame Dollar earlier. Now all of a sudden we go, got Dame Dollar.
But this is why. You're talking about trades and roster. You're throwing Tyler Hero under the bus. I'm like,
I didn't throw Tyler Hero under the bus.
You're like you said enjoy Portland. I'm pretty sure you said that.
No.
With this,
I can promise you this.
What?
The words enjoy Portland have never come out of my mouth.
They've come out of yours.
Yeah.
So I'm just asking because that's like you're getting rid.
Asking for a friend?
Yeah, I just want to. I want to keep what we have right here. I have my team. I'm happy with my team. Kyle Lowry's my point guard, not Damian Lillard. But this is more like a domino effect of the team. I'm not getting rid of anybody. I'm just asking if Pat Riley wins the championship, does this put a bow on his career? Because
I have no idea.
Almost 80?
I have no idea. But I know one thing. It's a moot point if they don't win, so let's win.
That's a great point. Task at hand.
Stop saying that. Like, what are you doing?
Take a break. Back up to this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM.
There was almost a melee up in here because we were infatuated by this.
We like old
this
Chuck,
old Chuck, young Chuck.
We like that commercial.
Yeah, and so we wanted to know who played young Chuck.
Yeah.
So I looked it up, and it's Danny. I don't know. How to spell it.
Rohier?
Rohier.
Yeah.
On the Grant and Danny show on 106 The Fan in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
So
it's an interesting name.
Right. So no, it gets worse.
But I didn't read. Yeah. So I
He
didn't.
didn't read into it.
Yeah, I didn't read
right?
into it
So he went and looked at a picture.
because it said that he hosted at 106.7 The Fan because he's a radio host. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Is that one of our stations? Which
Right.
it is. But I looked at the picture on the podcast. Like we
picture.
having a picture of the podcast, and it's
He's
two white guys. It's two white
It's
guys.
two white guys.
Which, you know.
Wait,
So
what's wrong with the picture? Or what?
no,
I was just confused because I was like,
it's the voice only.
so he's only voicing Charles Barkley, young Chuck. Obviously,
And so-
young Chuck. You guys are telling me that that's just CGI then?
Yeah. So
That's terribly done.
but here's the other thing, right? I mean, we can't even do our own stuff now. We got to have white people playing black people, right?
That was my confusion.
No,
I thought that this guy was a guy who looked like Charles Barkley.
Intangibles.
This is why no one knew what the commercial was about
I was
because you just keep staring at
No,
young
no, no.
Chuck.
I was just confused because when you told me this Danny Rohier was playing young Chuck, I thought it just happened to be a young man who looked like Charles Barkley. Like they put the bald head on him.
Who looks like Charles Barkley?
He doesn't look exactly like him.
Dude, really? I'm more upset that, listen, not for nothing. With all the comedians we got out there, we had what's dude's name that did all the rap the rappers
Jay Farrow?
No. That got beat up. You know what I'm talking about? The black
Artie Spears?
Artie Spears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he do a Chuck?
I'm more than I would think so.
I'm just asking, like,
who
would even think of that? Like, I would never even
Who would
think
ever
of
think
casting
of?
anybody.
You know what? Let's get this Danny guy to do the voiceover for young Chuck.
That was my confusion with the whole thing. I was like, wait a minute. I didn't know that
Well,
it wasn't an actor playing
Can
young
I
Charles
just
Barkley.
say? Can I just say this?
Mhm.
I'm gonna be honest because
Listen.
you know you're my boy and I like to keep it real.
Mhm.
Thank God you brought it up first because I thought Danny was gonna be black.
That's what I thought too.
I'm just saying.
But you looked at me like I was like, yeah, like he's just doing the voice.
Because you did it first.
But I thought
So I could pass it on to you.
I understand, but why would I like why do you I think it's not a cartoon? Why are we voicing commercials?
All I know is that we were both shocked at that. Why wouldn't anybody be shocked at that? That we can't even have a black guy to do a young black guy. We have to have a white guy play a young black guy in a commercial. Y'all don't think
I mean,
that's
like,
weird?
look, people have been impersonating Charles Barkley for a really long time. Frank Caliendo does a Charles Barkley.
Yes. If he would have did the voice, we'd have been fine.
Well, he's famous. So is it because he's not famous?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know what the rules are anymore, dude. It's 2023. I'm scared to do a Charles Barkley anymore on the radio.
It's borderline offensive to me.
Right, like I'm just saying, we can't even do our own stuff. Like hell, they have young Chuck. CGI Chuck's voice and let Chuck be young Chuck. Come on. Here, can I just say this? When it's all said and done and my days are numbered and they want a CGI movie with me, just let it be a brother.
I'm gonna voice you. I'm your spirit.
I'm just saying. Like, come on. Like, he did Will Smith do young Will Smith in that movie? What's that movie when he had to go and kill his younger version?
Is that I Am Legend?
No, that's when he was by himself and with the stupid dog. And what's
Gemini Man.
Gemini Man. And he did that movie with the girl from Alice Braga. She was the same girl from she was the mob boss, that show.
I don't
Where
know.
she was the mob boss?
Oh,
Queen of the South.
I did watch Little Queen of the South.
Yes.
That's a good show.
That's a good show. Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
She went from being captured to being the
Rohir
boss.
says he's told Barrett Sports Media the experience has been incredible. So cool. Obviously, that's not Rohir playing the younger Barkley. Danny said that when it came to lending his voice, he had to stick to the script and what the actor portraying Barkley said. So it is an actor. It's not CGI.
Huh?
It's an actor. It's not CGI.
But he couldn't even use his own voice. So wait, so we got an actor just
feel
for
like you're
the
confusing
acting part.
yourself.
Don't talk. What kind of actor is that?
You've got a contrived and little.
What kind of actor is that?
Yeah,
Hey, buddy, you want to be young Charles Barkley? Yes, I do.
Study.
Just don't talk.
No, study up and learn how to talk like Charles Barkley.
That's what I'm saying. Perfect for the look. What if the kid just couldn't nail it? And just like, this guy, you can't do
Just
Charles
don't got
Barkley.
it.
So backup is a white dude? I don't know. Come on, dude. Really? Could you imagine me doing voiceover for you? Leroy. Like, come on, dude. Come on. Really? And we have lost our damn minds now. We can just get
This
anybody
is
to
a
do
rabbit
anything.
hole I was not expected to go down at the end of the show today.
What is it? Wait, do I have a legitimate
I was
complaint?
just yes, because I was excited. I was like, oh, Young Chuck is a radio host. So I was like, oh, let me go see what their show is. I thought maybe we could get him on the air. I don't know if I want to talk about this.
Isn't that one of our stations?
It is. That's
Yeah.
that's
Wait. The only reason why we care is because he's white.
it shocked me.
It's just, yes.
Even you were like, wait a minute, maybe it's a producer. I'm like,
Yeah.
a producer on the Danny and Clark show. His name's Danny. Like that's the guy.
I'm sorry that I assumed that the guy that was going to do the voiceover for Chuck would be black. Only other white guy that could do it is Frank Caliendo. Right?
Apparently, Rohir's impression, this is according to Barrett Sports Media. It says Rohir's impression of the TNT analyst took center stage in 2021 in a viral video. Producers inside the NBA liked it so much they invited him on the show to interview Charles Barkley as Charles Barkley.
Not better than Frank Caliendo.
I don't know. Well, he does.
Baby, I'm gonna tell you what.
He does, like,
I'm
the
gonna tell
voice-
you what happened. I'm gonna tell you what happened. If it's TV or something like that, Frank Caliendo costs too much, so they got the bootleg.
That's exactly
They
what
got
happened.
the bootleg version. I'm telling you,
That's what happened.
that's what happened.
Not wrong, dude.
Right. So now we got Danny Rohir. Is that how you pronounce
Probably
it?
just doing it for publicity or whatever.
Like we can find no. All we do is make fun of Chuck. All black people make fun of Chuck.
That's funny.
Right? He's funny. He's hilarious. We all have our Chuck sayings. Nobody in the African American world could play Chuck.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
We can't even get our own stuff. You're trying to take that too. We can't even get our own voiceover. Think about this. White guy playing black guy in voiceover. That is ridiculous. I don't even know what to say. Listen,
I'm sorry.
when my days are done, please just let it be a black dude. I mean, is that fair?
I will make sure when we do the movie of Tobin and Leroy, and if you're not here anymore, that the person who plays you will be black.
Thank you.
I promise.
Thank you.
But I'm voicing you.
Yeah. it's gonna be
Well, now we're back to where we started.
No,
because it's
you
gonna
can't do it.
because you're gonna be
Because
like
you don't use V's.
yeah, because it's gonna be like you're gonna say
They're gonna know I'm not Latino, J Fig.
I don't know. Let me give you. Can you call me a jackass and see like how that plays to see if you can get the part?
No, you jackass!
That's pretty good. And scene.
I'm back.
No, wait. You also got. Let's not forget.
You idiots!
Idiot. Yes.
What else do you want me to say?
I think I got to tell you, we have to have the
I'm
lowest,
hungry.
We have to have the lowest IQ as a show because we have called each other idiot more times than anyone. It's like, hey, do you guys get along?
Wait.
Your head's not hard enough.
Somebody's saying that Tobin is avoiding this topic better than Mayweather with his head moving. Look, man.
Dude,
I was the one who brought it up to Leroy. I said, isn't that kind of messed up that this guy's playing Charles Barkley? And Leroy's like, it is messed up that he's playing Charles Barkley.
It's crazy.
Can I ask you a question?
But this is worse than
Well,
white
here's the thing.
chicks.
Here's the
This
thing,
is
though.
worse than white chicks.
If he's done an impression of Charles Barkley really liked, okay, because I'm looking at the interview right now that he did with Chuck on Inside the NBA, right?
All right.
So like he obviously he probably likes the bit, Charles Barkley likes what he's doing. So maybe Charles Barkley's like, hey, you play me. And the guy's like, how? Charles Barkley's like, I got an idea. But nobody really thought about, hey, because how many people do you think know that it's this guy voicing that commercial?
Nobody.
We stumbled upon this.
We stumbled upon it.
And we're gonna be like, hey, FanDuel.
Right. What have we done? We have opened up. I'm telling you what, folks, leave those rabbit holes alone.
Look, I'm not gonna. This is all I'm gonna be thinking about when I see this today.
No, me too. And they're gonna show it 1,000 times.
Oh, of course. JFA, can you give us a "You Are the Worst" to?
You're the worst.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Thank you.
I'm telling you. I don't know.
It's almost like she listens to
I
us.
can do this better when I wake up because you have that different voice in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like a man's voice
the little
versus
rasp.
like a man's voice versus a female.
They should have got a white girl to play Charles Barkley.
Hey, they got 2 black dudes to play 2 white chicks in the movie. It's not impossible. That was a hilarious movie.
That was a good movie. And then they have the urinal and go to the bathroom.
Wow. All right. Well, that's our show for today, everybody.
Dude.
We hope to do this a soiree tomorrow. Top hats and monocles, baby. Best 3 words in sports. Heat and 5.
Oh no.
What?
I thought we were cool. You're worse than he is. Just stop. And the timing was great too. Because it has to come right.
Caught me off guard.
I have to talk over it.
Right smack dab in the middle of the show.
There's only a couple of hurdles for her playing you.
Telling you, I could play you.
Oh man. All right. That's our show for today, everybody. We will talk to you guys tomorrow.
Cat fever!
Let's go.
A whole bunch of white folks dressing fancy. So at their house, that sounds like you ain't got no friends. What?